Boom. There we go. Man, sometimes game likes to work and sometimes it doesn't. How's it going, y'all? Back to more Fire Emblem because I want to get through it. Beast. Let's talk about what's happened between streams. So work conversations should be all set to go. And we actually have 3 points. We're gonna do taking care of business first to show. Like on one of our streams. Yeah, what up, Sage? Sorry, I've been streaming very, very late because of being asleep a lot. So I apologize for the last stream of this being super late and actually doing story progress. But now we're doing it in the morning, so I'm not sleepy. Also, what up, Neko? How have you been? Why am I getting booped? I don't know what's going on. Hide from the boop. I've just been hella sleepy lately, as per usual. So what has happened between streams is, well, everyone's a very high level. Everyone's a very high level and everyone pretty much has all of their classes maxed out. Doing a clean up people I'm following just for consistency online? Yeah. I should probably do that too at some point, because there's a lot of people I just follow that I don't watch anymore, or like never really watch. Hopefully I'm not removed from that list. Alright. Something else I should show off is main character is pretty much S rank at everything, almost S+, so we probably won't be using her too much. Let's see. I know I have to. There's a few people who still don't have maxed out stuff. Probably do happy. Oh wait. No, it's Hanuman. So the last 3 that need to be maxed out with stuff is Leone, Hanuman, and Happy. So I'll do Happy with Dimitri, Leone with Hilda, Marianne. Let's start bringing the team together here. Sylvain, Felix, Ash, Constance, Yuri, and Petra. Follow and then come back a couple days later and follow. I just figure if they don't want to connect, it's fine. I don't want to sit and lurk for stream. There's going out of the way to make sure that one makes sense. Makes sense. I just now gotta remember what all of these characters. 3 are fine. Hanuman, are you? Lance Brawl. Yeah.
Oh.
So I took away everyone's items just to make things a little bit more consistent. Petra. I'll make sure. Makes sense. Makes sense. Brawl, heavy armor, and riding. Brawl.
I am now.
We'll fuck people up with fists. Guess that's slightly different for me lately, because I've just been like keeping to myself a lot lately. But that's for reasons I don't want to talk about. Brawl and heavy armor. You know what? Fuck it. Everyone's gonna be punching people. Everyone's gonna be punching people. all of the people punching. Sylvain. For all reason and faith. Okay. You could be a priest.
Different.
Ash can also be a... I guess you're just gonna be a page. Yeah. Ah, fuck. Felix, what do you got? I just realized that the main character is not on this list. I still want... Oh, well, yes, she is. I'm dumb and stupid. Why? You don't have anything related? Guess we'll do writing.
A new.
Constance. Her faith is so low. That's what's surprising to me here. Lance Axe. Lance Axe. Oh, okay, you know what? We're gonna do this, and we're gonna just heal people. You were still gonna be a bow knight. You're still gonna punch people in the dick. Hilda, Brawl, Reason, Faith. I guess you're also gonna punch people. It's just everyone's punching everybody today. Everyone in battalion. All right, let's book some people up. Every time. All right. So, I mean, I could be like super methodical about what I'm doing.
Why not?
But legitimately, I get the feeling this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna move you two right here.
What's the plan?
You can move over here.
I'll do my best.
Marianne, you're gonna punch people.
I'd be honored.
And Ash is gonna be your backup.
My orders?
Leonie, you're gonna move up.
My turn.
Hanuman's gonna be your
I'll
backup.
cut through.
I will prevail.
I get the feeling that this is just gonna be what happens. Because we just need to make sure people get healed. Also, we now know what Marianne's crest is, by the way. That happened. Meanwhile, Leonie's gonna be just destroying everybody.
How about a curtsy? Nice try. I will destroy you. For Gerald.
Gerald's been dead for 5 years.
How about a curtsy? Could be.
I just realized that's up there. Interesting. Well, this is fine. We'll just keep attacking
Relax.
people, getting people
You're dead.
killed. Relax, you're dead.
Appreciate it.
Punch some people. I'm still half asleep, I will be completely honest. But I got myself to wake up today, so we're good. Some Felix Leonia. I think this works. More punching!
This is for the best, right? I'll make you proud, Gerald.
Most of the time I just have
I'm
them
not dying
all going
here.
down one path, but since there's items to collect, I guess I'll do stuff.
You haven't earned my pity.
Meanwhile, everyone's just gonna one-shot everything, so this is gonna be fine.
Right. Next.
Also, for some reason, I think the game got louder. I don't know why, but it sounds like the game did get louder for some reason. Weird.
Same old, same old. Me? Really?
Yep.
Thank you.
Healing. It does sound a little bit louder. Not sure why though. Here, I'm gonna change it over here. See if that works. I don't know why, but it just decides. The game just decides whatever it wants to do. It's fixed. We'll be okay.
Nice try. How about a curtsy?
I don't know why she says, "How about a curtsy?" That seems kind of inappropriate. Nice falcon punch right there.
I'm Incan.
I also still have not done every character's skills, by the way. I'm waiting.
For Gerald. Nice try.
Oh, it doesn't. There. I guess I'll turn down the voice volume a little bit. Because I just never had a reason to, but that's fine.
I'm not dying here.
There we go. That should be fine, I think. Ottoman, do you think you can kill this guy?
Ignorance is deadly.
There we go. That should be a lot better. You can slice this guy.
Relax. You're dead. Appreciate it.
Fucking happy. Punch this dude, I believe in you. Nice.
Forgive me.
I can
Should have healed
always
first,
depend on
but
you.
whatever. So that's a quest done. Easy stuff. Now we're gonna do the paralogue. The paralogue is gonna be the big ones. All right, Eternal Guardian. 5 years after Rhea's disappearance, a letter that she wrote prior to that battle has surfaced. The mysterious message raises more questions than it does answers. We haven't seen Rhea. Rhea's still missing. So, like, hopefully she's okay.
Professor, so this is where you were. I have something I would like to show you.
Yes and no.
I found this in Lady Rhea's room. It seems to be a letter addressed to you.
Did you enter the room on your own?
I admit some guilt to the action. However, I hoped Lady Rhea had left something behind. I have not read the contents of the letter. If you do not object, could we read it together?
Sure thing, Gilbert. Good guy Gilbert's over here.
Dear child, I have little time, and so I will keep this brief. I asked you to take care of things should something happen, but I wish to make myself useful as well. I left a treasure at the Holy Tomb. Please take it. However, note that I set a bit of a trap to prevent thieves from stealing it. Please take ample precautions so that you are not harmed when you retrieve it. May Sothis protect you. Rhea.
Thank Rhea.
Her
Nice to see your
handwriting
name.
is a mess. It is likely she wrote this letter 5 years ago, just before the battle.
Probably.
Lady Rhea says it's a treasure, and I've no doubt it would be useful to us. If you plan to retrieve it, I will accompany you. What is your plan, Professor?
Yeah, let's go.
However, it says that Lady Rhea laid some manner of trap in the Holy Tomb. Just to be safe, I'd like to request someone else accompany us. We don't know what dangers await.
We'll bring the whole squad. It'll be fine. Whole squad could just show up and wreck house.
My thank you so much. I am grateful. I have gratitude. Thanks so much.
Man, we're actually getting to 4th? 5th?
I thank you.
Oh my gosh. I was about to say, if we get all the way down the list, I'm going to be surprised. Alright, so Volika has to be here. 12? We get 12 people? Let's go. Hanuman, you're going to stick with... Hilda. You... Would I give the other... Would I give the orb to? Who has the orb? Hanuman has the orb, doesn't he? God dang it, Hanuman. Happy. Leonie. And... Late. Hilda, Yuri, Miriam, Petra, Sylvain, Ash, Felix, Constance. That works out pretty well. Switch. Just double check that I'm not actually missing anything. Great Night Boy, and you're. Let me just double check. Do I want you to be a Great Knight, Bow, Brawl, or Magic? This is Brawl.
Nope.
I guess we are literally just having everyone punch people. We are legitimately having everyone punch people. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just give you this. Flame. I guess you could use a lance. That's fine, right? We'll give the small child a lance. I'm sure she will have no objection. She's not really a child. We also found out who she was last stream too. That's pretty cool. Alright, awesome.
Something is wrong. Do not let your guard down. Phantoms? And some are giving commands. Remove them from the battlefield immediately.
Phantoms? Oh. Okay. I was not expecting golems that have lion breasts. That was also a sentence I never thought I'd say in my life. Lion breath. What a sentence. What a sentence.
Shall we? Guess I
Hey,
have
what up,
no
Ace?
choice.
How's it going?
Don't get used to this.
How have you
I
been?
can always depend on you.
Oh, I thought, wasn't there stairs up there
I'll
in
cut
the
through.
beginning? Oh, whatever. Felix, you just start murdering people. I'm sure everything will be
It was
fine.
meant to be.
You know what? I think
Why
Felix is just gonna go around murdering people.
Better you than me. I came out on top this time.
I could learn from that.
I forgot to change your class.
What's the plan?
Well, I guess everyone's
I'll
just
do
gonna
my
start
best.
moving this way.
My orders? Sally forth.
To be honest, actually, can you just start? Oh my lord, you do 0 damage? Let's just go this way.
My orders?
Sally forth.
Hey, what up, Pineapple? How am I doing? I'm chilling. Still
Witness my
sleepy
power.
as usual.
My
I feel
orders?
like I'll just never stop being
I
sleepy.
will prevail.
What's my strategy? It won't be in vain.
Plus, I work today, and work should go pretty.
I'm in.
Also, haircut? Yeah, I cut and dyed my hair, so it's purple. which is better seen like on the sides, I guess. Nah, can't really see it. It's purple, pink, and green. It's supposed to be spiked in the middle, but I can't be asked to do it right now. Don't worry about that.
Mechanical beasts. Locate their puppet masters and eliminate them.
Okie dokie. Good thing I have a bow. Oh, it broke. Well, that's unfortunate. My bow broke.
I'd be honored. I've got you.
You're purple, but that's about
I
it.
won't falter.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
Shall
I was hoping it'd be a little bit brighter, but I think if I styled my hair, probably would look better. Either that or I just need better lighting, which is also probably the case. It is what it is, though. Never mind.
Why not? I'll do my best.
Everyone be moving
What's the plan?
up in the world.
My orders?
I good thing Constance can just chill. And Constance just can kill some more people.
Another peerless victory.
Iron Sword Plus, let's go. Golems?
Watch and learn.
Ooh, disturbance. Using some clever tactic. I'll just have Hilda just keep punching people.
Fighting wears me out.
As long as we have people punching people, I don't really mind what's gonna happen. I also shouldn't be using
All is
the main
going to
character
plan.
too much, but I'm doing it anyway. Hi, War. Doing overtime for work. Lots of overtime. Don't wear yourself out. Overtime is good for the money, but at the same time, it's like the mental stress that it sometimes puts on people can be a little bit rough. So. And Marianne punch. You couldn't have crit. You couldn't have crit miss.
That helps.
Crit miss. What a word I just said.
Not giving up.
All this violence. And for what?
You're really tough.
Oh crap, you can't hit anybody. Constance doing the stuff. Ooh, a bolting hit from that mage too. Gonna get the cat off my work laptop because it runs hotter than when I watch streams on. Dang.
No use.
Dude, everyone's trying to attack Petra. What did Petra do? Petra did nothing. Let it be known, Petra did nothing. Local manic for overtime.
To survive, I will win. My heart burns with pride.
I'm impressed.
Gilbert. Gilbert, you can just punch this guy, right? The guy with the lion. That's a 100% hit. Did you just miss a 92? Did that man just miss a 92? Gilbert.
Thanks.
Gilbert, you missed a 92%. That's kind of depressing. Alright, well, we're already fighting a single golem, so that's fine. We're gonna have Leone start moving towards the middle. Take out some peeps. And can move up. Everyone's just gonna keep moving up. The fact that bolting is actually not gonna be doing too much kind of sucks. But, we'll heal Felix.
Sorry.
Then we'll stab this dude and go move further.
All right.
'Cause I think Felix should be fine for the most part. Felix is like also one of my strongest characters. Yeah, 60 misses, but a 92 also misses. Come on. Bull.
Too kind.
How do they...
Proceed carefully.
I need to have Gilbert move back. I am gonna need to have Gilbert move back.
What's my strategy?
Actually, I'm just gonna do this. Get rid of this guy.
Go!
Another victory.
That way I don't have to worry about that dude anymore.
I'd be honored.
My orders.
And then we'll just do this. Okay. You actually hit it. Good job, Gilbert. Proud of you. And then we'll just move through this real fast. Alright, these golems are kind of scary.
I'm in.
Not gonna lie. These golems want to kick my butt. Badly.
Sally forth!
I'll cut through.
And
You
this
haven't
guy.
earned my pity.
Skipping through this.
My orders?
I don't think we're gonna have too many issues with
I'll do
else?
my best.
I'm just gonna need to start moving people
Why not?
to the right. Oh, we can psychic Gilbert.
Too kind.
We need to keep healing Gilbert because Gilbert,
What's the plan?
not doing the best. Also, I think out of everybody, Constance is the only person. All right, we already know what.
Time.
You got critted, sir. You got
I'd be
critted.
honored.
I'm in.
My orders.
All right.
Shall we?
I'll
Dude,
cut through.
Gilbert's getting destroyed in this
Fought
fight.
well.
Gilbert's just massively getting destroyed. I'm trying to save Gilbert's life.
My
Dude's
orders?
just dying here. Dude, you can't keep dying, please.
I'll do my best.
Why not?
What's the plan?
Sally forth!
Here's the issue, is like... Alright, is anyone dead now? Thank goodness. Alright. Gilbert can finally come down. These golems kind of suck, don't they, though?
I will prevail.
So... how much? Okay, you should be able to move it to next phase. So that's one thing I gotta worry about. One less thing I gotta worry about. Let's go. It takes no damage from magic. That's insane. It actually takes 0 damage from any magical attacks. Ooh, we might be in trouble. Not necessarily. We're gonna have to do some big ol' heals. Okay, that done. Now,
What's my strategy?
do you win this? Yes, you do. Okay.
It's over!
Oh, we get the crit. Perfect.
This
The
could turn
golem
the
is dead
tides.
with the lion boots. That's now a thing. Don't question. I get the feeling that I'm supposed to be fighting these guys, because these guys probably control the golems, but at the same time,
Be
Felix is injured. It's from you in it. It is. I'm gonna stab you.
Too slow.
All right, next.
Meanwhile, Felix is just casually killing people. I think this is fine.
Huh, thanks.
I don't think Happy dies there. Yeah, Happy doesn't die. That's good. Alright, as long as everyone can meet in the middle, we'll be okay. We'll also kill this guy. That guy was minding in his own business and got eviscerated.
One down. Target the remaining commanders.
Where are the remaining commanders? Was I supposed to be aware of who the remaining commanders were? Oh yeah, Subraxis. Ah yes. Pain. Oh, you three are commanders. Screw it, I'm gonna just keep fighting things. We'll have a little heal party here.
Unexpected.
Gilbert's gonna move forward. Excuse me. Whew. Here to grab this item. Is there any other items besides the one to the right? Oh, there's that one right there. Oh, Happy is actually strong against this golem. Believe it or not, Happy is actually strong against the golem. I never thought I'd see the day.
Now there's a way
I
forward.
never thought I'd see the day. Happy. Just keep stabbing the golem. I believe in you.
I'll cut through.
I'll cut you down!
It was meant to be.
Good form.
Leone actually can get in an attack. Let's go. I'm just gonna hope that you all don't die. Still going after her. Okay. All right, here's a question. Okay. That was answered very, very quickly.
I'm sorry.
All right, here's my next question. Oh, your shield protects. That makes sense. Hi, you're gonna die by electricity.
'Tis no shame in falling before me. There is room to enrich myself further.
Agnia's arrow? What the hell is an Agnia's arrow? All right, y'all just chill in there just to get some heals. What the hell is an Agnia's arrow? Like, I know some of my people now have some insane,
You should run.
like some of my characters actually have some insane spells right now. I've never seen Agnia's arrow. Okay. This guy back here. Take a bow to the face.
Another victory.
The puppets still move, but they appear weaker. Destroying them should be easier now.
Okay. I mean, they've been pretty easy to destroy thus far, so I don't know what you're talking about, buddy.
Honor as a knight.
Looks like we're having a lot of trouble killing these things.
Thanks.
Now we good. Alright, Yuri. Start moving up. Happy. Oddly, this guy seems like he's stronger. Your sword broke, didn't it? This is fine. This is fine. It's stunned. Here's a question. This does no damage. Do you have a gambit that actually can destroy that? Yes, you do.
We'll show him.
I was like, I want to see
Let's
what I
get
get
things
from doing
rolling.
this. Look at all these dudes. Destroyed. That's a mithril. Nice. Constance, move up. Why are you using a rusted sword? Miss? Okay, you three just don't move. All I have to do is just take down the golems. Okay, yeah, no, we're fine, we're fine. I'm just gonna keep moving. Fury is now the focus of attack, but I think I could just start healing people.
That helps.
Let's get some people healed. You two heal.
Sorry.
You still need to heal.
Appreciated.
Because once you get to heal plus, they're great. Alright, let's start moving up a little bit. That is actually healed. Brienne. Felix isn't healed yet. Ash, you can heal Petra.
Thank you.
I think I'm just gonna have my character just start beating this guy down. I'm honestly like really worried about this Lance of Light because it feels like it could just demolish me whenever it sees fit. Throw the lance! Throw it! That's what I expected. Your lance broke. Oh no. Oh no. What's your move? Excuse me, sir. What's your move of death? Oh, it's not that bad, actually. Yeah, all things considered, it's actually not as bad as I was thinking. Because otherwise, if it was actually pretty bad, oh, it was gonna be so sad. Gilbert's it can't crit, I don't think, so I think we'll be okay. But there, you know, there's a possibility.
Thanks.
It's a possibility that people might die. Felix can't make it over there. That's unfortunate that Felix cannot make it over there. Constance, you can still heal Happy.
Thanks.
Happy can heal Constance.
Helpful.
Yeah, not so bad, just a bit of slog. It's fine. It's fine. We'll have everyone kill these guys later. In a moment. This. Marianne, just move up the side. And I think we're good. Alright. Hopefully we don't get destroyed. Gilbert was the only one who got hit. Gilbert seems to be in a lot of pain right now. Old man is just being old manified. It's the best word I get, okay? Listen, you don't have to question what I say. It's fine. It's fine. Petra with the punches! Punch him in the dick! Dick punches always work, right? I'm pretty sure they do. Build up for the win.
You asked for it.
Nice.
Very good.
Alright.
Appreciated.
Now we're just gonna heal up everyone to full.
Appreciated.
I'm also gonna finally switch to the right sword and then we'll psychic some peeps.
Well done.
Get some more experience. Sylvain can start moving up. Gilbert's still weak, and we're fine. So let's move up. Cool. Alright, I think we're gonna be just fine. As long as we get everyone healed that needs to be healed.
Too kind.
Petra. Move up. Sylvain, we might need you on healing duty.
Ooh, nice.
I also really shouldn't be using Happy to heal as a mortal savant, but it's she can do whatever she wants. Sylvain, some heals in.
I appreciate it.
Dude, Sylvain actually has some badass healing now.
Thanks.
Alright, everyone's healed. Let's go murder people. Starting off with you. Leone. Another Phantom General down. Marianne, punch this guy. Let's go, Banshee. And then Petra. Petra, you can just punch this dude, right?
You are in my way.
God,
like
Petra's a
that.
great character.
It seems all is safe. Let's find Lady Rhea's treasure quickly.
Damn, that was easy.
So this is Lady Rhea's treasure.
What's Lady Rhea's treasure? Who knows? Let's go. All allies' motivations increase. That checks out.
My thank you so much.
God, I've heard Dorothea's "thank you so much" line so much.
I never
lately.
thought a holy tomb would have a trap such as that. Had we not been prepared.
Well, it kept the thieves out, that's
Yet,
for sure.
If Lady Rhea laid that trap, then what kind of person is she?
A goddess, maybe?
Perhaps you should go save Lady Rhea and ask her directly. Whatever the truth, still this treasure has been recovered. I do not know how much history is attached to this item, but it is an amazing artifact. It is possible this weapon once engraved its name in the history of the Church of Seros. This is your responsibility, imparted to you by Lady Rhea. You must decide how best to make use of it.
What is it?
I will be going now. I must prepare for our next battle.
Okay, but what did we get? The Seros Shield. Sacred Shield linked to Crystal Seros halves monster damage, restores HP each turn. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty darn good. Alright, lastly, Legend of the Lake. Without a crest or family fortune, Leone has a difficult time getting her hands on quality gear. Linhardt offers her a hint about a sacred weapon anyone can wield. Yield? Sealed. I'm bad with words. Shut up.
Not bad at all, if I do say so myself.
I see needles and thread. What has you engaging in the textile arts, Leone?
Patching up a hole in my equipment bag. Take a look. What do you think?
If your
That's a
objective is
small
merely
one.
to block up the hole, then I believe you've performed quite adequate work.
What do you mean by that? Might need a new one, though.
I'm not gonna throw away something I can still use. I can't afford to be wasteful.
Yes, but your bag is less bag and more a collection of dirty, smelly patches.
Damn, Linhardt just going
Smell it,
in.
huh? I don't smell anything.
That aside, don't you have an allowance from your house to make purchases?
No, nothing. Worse than that, actually. I'm in debt.
Yo, welcome to the club, the Debt
I
Club.
could only afford the Officers Academy because everyone in my village donated.
The tuition's that expensive?
It's not just that. In the Alliance, you have to pay the nobles as well in order to secure recommendations. Commoners can only get an education by borrowing money. It's pretty stupid.
Sounds stupid.
Not sure what makes the nobles think they've got the right to... Oh, sorry, Linhardt. Forgot you're a noble.
He doesn't care.
If one is in a family that bears a crest, then you're going to stand atop the social pecking order. I'd raise the topic with the goddess. She handed out crests to the nobles, after all.
She's standing
Just
right in front of
handed
you.
them out, huh? You make it sound pretty casual.
By the way, I have a weapon to recommend. It should suit a commoner such as yourself.
That so? I just told you I don't have a lot of money.
You're not going to buy it from a merchant. If you find it, you can keep it for free.
Now you've got my attention.
There's a legend I read recently about Saint Indek, one of the 4 saints of the Church of Seros.
Yes? And he's sleepy.
Uh-huh. Keep talking.
Sorry, suddenly very sleepy. Nap time calls.
Welcome to the club, Linhardt.
Hey, come on, wake up!
Please.
You can't just doze off in the middle of a story.
Yes, he
Long
can.
story short, there's a holy weapon hidden in Lake Tutates that you can use even without a crest.
Tutates. What a great name. Tutates.
Tutates? Right. Let's go, Professor.
Me? Why am I
What's
going?
with that look? Don't you want to help your lovely students?
Lovely.
Yeah, me and Linhardt. Aren't we just the cutest?
Leave me be. I'm off to nap.
We'll never find it unless you're there. If you're really that tired, we'll just have to carry you.
I'm not sure I want to
We'll
carry
bring
the
more people.
dude.
We'll take turns. Come on, Professor. You're coming, right?
I will, but also, why do I sound
right.
so
Let's
sad?
go
What up,
find this
cheese?
thing.
It's the cheeses. How's it going, cheese?
My thank you so much.
Why, thank you so much. Why, thank you so much. Why, thank you so much. Why, thank you so much. Just start screaming, thank you!
I have gratitude.
You just woke up? Jesus.
Thanks so much.
I thank you.
Cheese has worse sleeping habits than I do. Oh, fuck. Is this a fog map? God, I hate fog maps. That's a turtle. That's a turtle. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Leonie, you're still gonna be a warrior. Linhart.
I
Not first. Take some javelins, I guess. All right, since Happy, yeah, Happy has all of her classes maxed except for. Damn it! I was like, oh, look at Happy's maxed, hooray, easy stuff. Nope, Happy now needs. Well, well, we're still gonna take Hahnemann with you. Makes things easy. Leonie, you can take Dimitri again. I need people who can fly. Though I have a bunch of brawlers, that's for sure. Sylvain, you could fly. Congratulations, Sylvain, you're being upgraded to being this guy.
Different.
Are you axes or spear? It's easier. Alright, so I'm gonna have Sylvain and I'm gonna make sure he has steel on. Oh wait, I'm missing an adjutant. I'm missing an adjutant. Who's missing? Sure. Sorry, Gilbert, you're not part of this team right now. The other one should be good. Yeah. Sylvain. All right, abilities. That's what we need to do. Can I get you to steal? I'm sorry. I was like, wait. Okay, you do have steel. Wait. Oh, fuck. That's a thief only thing, isn't it? Yeah, some of them do have lock touch. Assassin has lock touch. Yeah, we're gonna have you be an assassin. Sorry. And guess what? You get to use bows, Sylvain. It's great. It's fine. Perfectly okay. Everyone else I think is good, right? He needs a better glance. Once again, do not question why there are why some people you're a warlock yet fucking being done. Make sure you have block touch as their personal skills. Yeah, I know both of them do. Or I know Ash does. I don't. Does Yuri? He has honorable spirit. Ash does have block touch though. It's fine. Sylvain can use a bow. He'll be okay. Okay, yeah. I'm just kind of getting a gander over here. There's 1, 2. I guess, I mean, there is something that's up in the air, but I don't care. Grab it. Alright, I think we're good.
Linhardt, wake up! We've reached Lake Tutates.
Huh? What? Oh, yes. So we have.
A temple on a lake, huh? Looks fancy. And that's a cute, guard dog?
Guard
dog? Is it I to whom you are referring?
Whoa, a magic beast! And it talks.
Nuisance. You weaklings should turn tail and run.
Hi. We're actually, looking for something?
I know well what it is that you desire. If you want it, you must first complete my trial.
Of course we do. This is as awful as I expected it would be. Perhaps we could go home now?
Are you kidding? It's just a little fog. Come on, let's go talk to Mr. Magic Beast.
Mr. Magic Beast. Alright.
What's the plan?
Get Sylvain to start moving forward. Wow, the one spot that I walk to that does not have any enemies.
Strategy?
I will prevail.
That's kind of hilarious.
You are in my way.
I somehow walked to the
Witness
one
frigid
spot that had no enemy.
Knew you could
no
do it.
enemies.
I suspect our opponent is an illusion. If we cut off the source of this magic, they should stop attacking.
Shall we?
But I want to attack them. I want to punch them in every place.
Can't afford to slack off.
Why not?
God.
I'm awake.
Oh, you have a javelin. I was like, why does it say you can throw?
I hate this feeling.
I'll do my best.
Is Linhardt a pacifist or is he just lazy? I don't remember
I'll cut through.
what exactly he is.
I'm in.
I feel like he is a pacifist,
orders?
though. Oh, hello.
Sally forth.
Yeah, we'll fuck you up.
Shall I test your defense?
Wow, that dude
Witness
is
my
dead.
power.
I could learn from that.
What's my strategy?
What's the plan?
Open it up. A short axe. Cool.
I will prevail.
Shall we?
Oh, guess we're just gonna go this way then. We have team of 3 going this way and a team of
Why not?
not 3 going elsewhere. On the plus side, we have Constance. And Constance can just start killing people.
Your death serves my purpose.
Okay, what is Agnia's arrow? The most powerful form of black magic, a sweltering flame that reduces all to 16 minus 78. I kind of want to see it.
Obvious.
Good thing my horse knows how to jump.
I will no doubt.
it always surprises me when a horse just jumps.
Watch and learn.
It's like, man, I don't think horses were that agile. New enemies appeared. But I could choose more enemies. That's fine.
Make a difference?
It's coming in. Punches in.
My heart burns with pride.
Man, it's fun being overleveled, and at the same time,
Don't get used to this.
like, I know there's some people who have some issues with being overleveled in games. For me, I personally don't mind being overleveled in games, just because, like, I'm just more in it for the story. I don't really care too much about, like, have it being screwed over by, like, levels and the like. So people have issues with this being too easy, honestly.
I'll do what it takes.
I'm more interested. Ooh. Shooting at Hilda, are you? The fact that I have everyone going to the right is kind of bad. But that's fine.
Witness frigid pride.
That's right. You can brawl.
Ooh, nice.
And we're punching people.
Never let your
pretty
guard
simply.
down.
Alright, aim. Start moving up. Training boats too. Felix is up in here too. I feel like I should have like paid attention to what's going on, but yeah. Alright, how are we looking down here? Nothing crazy. So I don't have to worry if I screw up. I find it more fun too, but this is why they put the modes in to cater everyone so everyone can have fun. Overleveling and stuff is fun. I love overleveling in games. It's great. Hello, Phantom Soldier.
I'll do what I have to.
I have a javelin. Thanks for the spirit dust.
I'm doing this for the win.
I'll do what it takes.
The javelin is
Fight,
still the
then
most
rest.
powerful weapon. The javelin is still the most powerful weapon. Alright, we need to get people across. Oh, hello. Fancy seeing you here. I have a bow.
I must
Lynn
lead them
with a
well.
lance. Oh wait, there's another chest over here. Yo, what up? Let's go. Sylvain, gonna be doing great. Yuri is slow as balls. Constance just chilling right there.
Dying would defeat the purpose.
I'm gonna move over here. Just so that way Linhart doesn't exactly die. Got it, your time. At least we have Happy.
I came out on top.
Happy has a
This
bow.
time.
We're good. That's right, use your iron axe. That's right, use your bow on Felix. Just gonna move up here.
It won't be in vain.
You're just stuck up there. Man, horses really suck with stairs, don't they? Oh, hello. Fancy seeing you here.
How about a
Also, is
curtsy?
my battalion butlers? It just dawned on me that I think my battalion is a bunch of butlers. It is the Nouvelle Chamber. Oh, they are a bunch of butlers. That's funny.
I'm awake.
Hello, I need you to get healed by Constance.
Sally forth!
Very helpful. I'm in.
You go right there.
I will prevail.
With mage?
Shall
That sounds
we?
about right. Oh,
I'll do my best. This is for the best,
bunch of
right?
people.
Why not?
Dang, nice shot. Did something just spawn right here? Oh, I think it did.
I'll cut through.
It did.
My orders?
What's my strategy?
What's the plan?
Well, after I get Sylvain into position, I think we could just go start fighting this dude. Petra up to here. Try that again,
I'll
this
do my
time with
best.
actually killing this guy first.
My blood compels me! I won, didn't I? Good going. Why not?
Alright. Now we move.
Shall we?
Think we're
for
almost good. Yeah, you can get this guy.
Yeah.
This guy could just deserve to
Tis no
die.
shame in falling before me.
Okay.
What's the plan?
Was not expecting a guy to be right there.
My orders?
Alright,
I'll
let's
cut
go
through.
fight this thing.
I'm in.
I'm awake.
Heart, you're gonna move forward. Alright, let's go. Attack.
Fine. Defeat me and show me what you are capable of.
I think we'll be okay. Oh, crits.
I
Unfortunate.
will prevail.
Your gambit. Assembly. What's your attack? Yeah.
To survive,
Alright,
I will
there's
win.
9.
Fire meets
Let's
water.
go. Another 9. Oh, you also have Pivase, or whatever the fuck it's called. How do you take no damage? You have Aegis too. Marianne, I'm gonna need you to go up here, please.
What's my strategy?
Everyone move in. Fight the giant turtle.
Could you?
I'm sorry, what did you say? Sir, you said something. I just want to see what he said.
What's my strategy?
Could you be the incarnation of Sothis? Interesting. Let's test your mettle.
I am. How do you know who I am? How do you know who I am, sir? Alright, so what are you doing to Happy? Why are you attacking somebody that takes no damage from what you do?
Better you than me.
I under. My orders? Hey,
The
Mr.
only-
Magic Beast. If we defeat you, will you grant our wish?
Indeed I will.
Great. I may not have a crest, but I'll give it my all.
You are an interesting young girl. I accept your challenge.
I will destroy you.
Fuck up the turtle. Make some soup.
I'm awake. We'll fight, but your form and mannerisms suggest that you may be...
If you want your wish to be granted, it is better that you fight me in ignorance.
I like how it's just like, fucking dude, just stop complaining. Turtle
I'm in.
literally just told Linhard, shut up and fight me.
Sally forth. I'll do my best.
Kind of great.
I'm sorry.
That's right. Get your crits in, Marianne. I don't care that this does no damage.
Why not?
I'm also just trying to... it doesn't really
I will
matter if I'm
prevail.
destroying all of it.
To survive, I will win!
Not really gonna matter if I destroy his shield.
Shall we?
If Hilda gets a crit, I think we'll be fine. Get a crit, Hilda? No. This is turning bad. Damn, survived with the miracle. Died anyway.
I'll cut
I
through.
survived by some miracle.
What's the plan?
Dead. Alright. How is this gonna work? Still alive. Constance is about to just wreck this dude's entire life.
Your death serves my purpose.
Big turtle gonna use a move.
Insignificant creatures.
That did a lot of damage. Excuse me, I'm gonna need you to heal some peeps.
Thanks.
You finally have Nosferatu. Hooray. You do 0 damage. You all are probably gonna do 0 damage right now. Oh. Interesting. This is bad, I think. Maybe not.
Step aside.
Okay, Yuri's gonna get a... There's gonna be some crits going on. We can actually break a hole. I think we can kill with the main character. Petra dodge. Maybe Petra? It literally is gonna be this one hole that we have to fight in. This kinda sucks. You win? Don't. Who do you fight? I'm gonna fight Happy still. The quick riposte is kind of brutal, not gonna lie. This guy's kind of brutal. If I get a crit with the Brave Bow, we have a chance. Somebody might be dying. I'm hoping somebody doesn't die, but that is kind of what it looks like right now. And you gotta heal.
'Tis no shame in falling before me.
You're still gonna attack Happy? You fool! You fool! You're attacking the one person who takes 0 damage from you. You fool! Oh, it's over. We're so set.
Guess I have no chance.
We're so set to win
Remain
this.
cautious.
Boom.
You are in my
Petra
way.
with the crit. Oh, fuck, miracle.
With all of my might.
Alright, Petra with the crit anyway. Oh, good job, Petra.
You did well. The trial ends here. What sublime children of men. Go ahead. Name your desire.
So, we heard you're giving away free weapons?
Do be quiet, Leone. Somewhere in this temple is said to rest the holy bow of Saint Indek. It is called the Inexhaustible. Could you find it in your heart to let my friend here have it?
You have shown might deserving of my sacred bow. I will grant your wish.
Yes! Thanks, Mr. Magic Beast.
That was interesting. What an interesting fight. The inexhaustible, though? That sounds interesting.
Aren't you happy, Leone? That's quite a bow, and it was completely free.
I'll say, I've never seen anything like it.
Looks like a standard bow.
But is it really okay for me to take this?
I would say so, wouldn't you? After all, you went through an awful lot to get it.
I know, but... Professor, maybe you should hold on to it for me. At least for a while.
I mean, why me?
It's not a weapon just anyone can use. I can see that. I want to be more confident in my strength before I really call it my own. Even holding it right now makes me feel unworthy. I'd really appreciate you looking after it for me.
All right, sure, I'll
Thanks,
take
Professor.
the bow.
And
No
everyone
one's
else
gonna
who
ever
helped
use it,
too.
but still.
I'm really grateful. Linhart, I'm sorry I forced you to come along, but seeing such a kind-hearted person like you, well, let's just say my opinion of the nobility's shifted a bit.
I'm not sure I completely understand, Leone, but it sounds like praise, so I will take it as such.
Now, let's get back to work. I need all the training I can get.
She already possesses the strength to use that bow. She went through the trouble of fighting a saint so she could claim that weapon as her own.
Oh, was that Saint Indec
Or
themselves?
maybe you'd call it a saintly beast. In any case. Oh, and please do let me use that bow. It's not exactly a hero's relic, but it is still rather fascinating, isn't it? I would love to learn to what extent the bow's connection to the crest influences the weapon, and perhaps even...
And he's
It's
asleep.
been too much of a day, hasn't it? I'm feeling tired, so let's talk about this later. Good night.
I wish I could just fall asleep just as easily as Linhart does. But alas, it's not to be. It is not to be. I blame the aristocrats. Not even the aristocrats, the aristocrats. Y'all know the movie. If you have never seen the Aristocats, I'm upset with you. Instruction time. Awesome. All right. Well, let's see who we can instruct. A few people are like, "Yay, we're somewhat happy." All right, let's do it. Focus first. Congratulations, you're gonna be better with the sword. You're gonna be better with the sword.
Yes,
Thank goodness.
I'll do...
Net. Better with that.
Thanks for your time. Yeah. All that... I learned... Thanks.
Let's go, Annette. Learning how to use a bow. There are a few people. There's a few people who have like
It is a long...
Linhart up.
Can I use...
See, it doesn't make sense. I feel like to use like flying or anything
Oh,
because like flying you just get naturally while you're using
it is a long...
like Pegasus and such.
Can I...
So I'm just gonna try to focus on everything that's at least E plus, and then we'll get some more. Like Caspar though, Caspar needs to at least get to
That went. Let's put.
D of flying. Congratulations, we're gonna let you learn how to ride a horse better. I did not realize that Caspar has like C's and B's on everything except for a few. It's kind of insane. Ref, why not? Let's see if I can get you to learn how to fly. You might kill some Pegasus by sitting on him, but that's okay. I think. Is that animal cruelty? I apologize.
I believe.
Sir, I know you might not be great with animals, but still gonna teach you.
Perhaps. No matter.
Please tell me that Raph can actually be on a Pegasus. Please tell me Raph can actually be on a Pegasus. That would be the greatest thing. Well, yes. I guess we'll still level up Gilbert.
That was... Oh. That was good. I am good. That was...
So close! The man be so close! Tasks. Skywatch. Ignat. Let's do Anna and Balthus. No Pegasus for girl only. Wyvern, sorry, that's what I meant. I meant more Wyvern. Speaking of which. Time to change everyone's goals again. D plus is still good. D plus is still good. Mercedes. I swear Mercedes will be better in the future. Ferdinand is actually going to be the reason. Linhart. Sure. I'm gonna have you be Brawl. I feel like am I the only person to play this game to actually put this much effort into getting everyone's like stats up? Like I feel like I'm the only person insane enough to do this. I don't mind if I'm the only person insane enough to do this, but I'd like to know. Plus. Nope, you have 2. Let's go. That's good, no more. Eloise, actually, you can keep using bow. Actually, I'm gonna do plans. Cyril, man, Cyril actually has a lot up too. Why does Cyril have so high of everything? Oh, I know exactly why Cyril does. I remember, I have this memory from a while back where I literally just had Cyril be in 3 missions to 99 turns. Or like near 99 turns. I forgot that I did that. Okay, cool. Let's begin the training.
Professor.
What's up? You want to be a Wyvern Rider? No. Too tough, too difficult. It's also about to be someone's birthday. It's Constance's birthday. Let's go. Constance. Hey, Constance. What's your favorite thing, Berg?
We needn't stand on ceremony. You may call for me whenever you like. The cunning to have my favorite tea brewed and ready speaks well of you. You have my gratitude. Too hot.
Damn.
Yes.
Oh, look at all the pastries. Books.
Yes, precisely.
I know you like books.
Yes.
You seem
Yes.
gifts you'd like to receive.
Oh? Well.
A new gambit.
Ever since that fateful day when the Dagdan army took House Nouvelle's territory, I've been on my own. No.
I'm bad at stuff. Also, we missed Ignaz's birthday.
Proud House
But don't worry about
Nouvelle
it.
blood courses through my veins. Never shall it run dry. Your gaze seems fixed upon me. What are you playing at?
Cool.
I could grow accustomed to this, and that wouldn't be such a bad thing, would it?
Nope, but not now. Yay, we got closer, but I think we're all good with stuff. Also, I'm hoping that we get to story stuff today. It is very possible we don't. it is extremely possible because I don't have too much time before I have to go to work.
Let's just get this done.
We'll see what happens.
YouTube.
At least we tried.
Listen, at least you got good. That's all I care about. 1, 2, 4, 5. Oh, look at that.
Strides.
I'm
That's-
finally grasping.
Now is the time to map.
I'm a quick study.
I have much
Crawling
expertise
prowess,
now.
weight,
This is working out.
bow
really getting the
prowess.
hang of it.
Finally, a
Let's see it in action.
Nosferatu.
Well worth the effort.
I always was a...
I'll make good use.
Looks like I'm finding my focus.
Fitting
I've
bow.
come too far to...
Let's go, everyone doing great.
Thank you very much.
I would not be surprised if people did exploration today. Because we got a new merchant, right? Yeah, we did. But we have support we can finally do. Who's ready for support conversations? Everyone's favorite. The support conversations. All right. Let's see. So, I think Annette is nearly done because all she has is Dimitri level 2 left. So, we can finally end off with Gilbert.
Hello, Father. May I have a moment?
Of course.
What's up, Gilbert?
I read all your letters. You never stopped writing them, did you? My birthday, Mother's birthday, every possible occasion, without fail.
Yes.
So why didn't you send any of them? If you had sent even one, we would have...
Each time I thought to send one, I could not do so. Such behavior belittled my penance. Time passed, and with it my feelings of guilt toward you and your mother grew. Even though I wrote the letters, I could not send them.
I would
Aww.
always talk about it with Mother. If only he'd write us at least once, we'd say. We waited and waited. All those long years.
I am sorry.
I'm tired of hearing it, so just stop. Your apologies change nothing. Send those letters to Mother. She'll be happy to hear from you.
I cannot.
In that case, why don't I send them?
I have given them to you. They are yours to do with as you wish.
All right then,
Okay.
I'll send them. You don't get to take it back afterwards. Father, you should know that they made me happy.
Hooray! Happy Annette.
Knowing that you were thinking of us all along. We were worried about you, Mother and I. Neither of us ever came out and said it, but we thought maybe you hated us. Were trying to forget all about us.
Never. I swear it on His late Majesty and on my homeland.
I see. All right. Then swear. Swear that someday, when this war is over, you'll come back to us.
I hear you, Annette. I will return without fail.
Let's go,
No
Gilbert.
matter what. That's a promise you just made. If you break it, I'll never speak to you again.
Yes, I promise.
Great. Now I'm positively elated. I can't wait until we're all a family again.
I look forward to it, Annette.
Yay,
More
family.
than anything.
Yay, family. Woohoo. Alright, we're gonna do 1 blue lions, 1 black eagles, and we'll just do kind of 1 of each. So sorry, Ingrid, no for you right now. Bernie. Bernie's done. Let's Sedith, let's go.
Ah, Bernadetta, have you finished your illustrations?
Yes, I have. Finally. This is the first time I've ever made anything for a real-life book. I was up all night finishing these.
Hopefully they're good.
Bernie's all burned out now. I guess if they're no good, we'll just have to burn them all, eh?
This is not Eloise. This is Senate.
Let's leave the topic of burning aside for now, shall we? Show me what you've done.
So, what do you think?
This is excellent work. The color, especially. It truly brings your art to life. I will see that the new edition of our book is added to the Garrigmach collection.
So, I don't know if you guys can hear it. It sounds like somebody's cutting grass outside. The problem is I live in a desert. So I'm not sure what they're cutting.
Really? Oh, that's such a relief.
Maybe trimming trees?
It was a tough job, but yeah, there's nothing Bernie can't handle.
You certainly do have some impressive mood swings.
He does.
Actually,
He really does.
there is one thing I'd like to discuss.
Oh no, what did I get wrong?
Relax. I simply wanted to ask you about this last image. This is you here, is it not?
Yes. Is that wrong? What's wrong with it?
Nothing at all. I'm only curious. Does that make me the person standing beside you?
Oh, no, that's St. Keyhole.
Which is Seth.
Is that so? Then I must ask, what relationship are you suggesting you have with him?
Don't we realize that we've learned last stream. Last stream we learned that Seth is Keyhole in that plane is Sethlene, right? I think that's correct.
Well, I got the impression that the story of St. Indek was told from St. Keyhole's point of view. So I just imagined that I asked St. Keyhole about it. And, that's where the picture came from. I guess I overdid it, huh? That's weird, isn't it? It's really weird. We can scrap it. Let's just get rid of it.
Ah, so that's why. That's amusing.
It is?
Very much. And I think this is a very fitting end to the book, actually. St. Keyhole and Bernadetta. They would have made quite an interesting pair, I think. In fact,
dang,
if the two of you had lived in the same time, I'm certain you would share a deep bond.
Sedith, you're alive right now in your Keyhole.
What?
We know this.
St. Keyhole and me? No way. I've already got my hands full just trying to be friends with you.
He's Keyhole.
But I've managed that at least, right?
Absolutely.
He's Keyhole. I might be wrong, but he's I'm pretty sure he's Keyhole. Hilda. Ooh, 3 with Hilda. Let's go. Hilda and Sedith, and Hilda's actually all done.
Ah, Hilda. Business in town?
Yes, I'm buying some art supplies.
Oh, to replenish what you used on our book, I presume. Allow me to compensate you.
No need. I use them for my own crafting and accessory making too.
Finally get through Hilda's
By the
stuff.
way, your tales seem quite popular. I saw a big crowd of kids at the church.
Wonderful to hear. We made the right choice leaving it there.
I also heard a mother scolding her child by saying, if you keep lazing around, you'll turn into a fox. Though as long as there's a friendly squirrel around, being a fox doesn't sound so bad.
That was not my intention. Perhaps the story was better off in its original form after all.
Anyway, I guess you've got something to keep you
You
busy
got
after
manipulated.
the war. Originally, these stories were for Flane, but now there are lots of people who love them. The kids are looking forward to your next release. You don't want to disappoint them.
Hilda with her manipulation.
I do wonder how appropriate it is to sit around and write children's books in an era of great change.
An era of great change. Isn't that exactly when kids need something to hold on to? They're the future of Folin, after all.
Astute observation. But if I am to continue in this trade, I will require more of your assistance.
Really? You're a successful author, and you still want to use my lousy illustrations?
I don't think they're lousy. You're just lazy.
I need an artist who can appreciate the message, and who can draw pictures that resonate with children. Your art has a certain careless quality that I feel matches my work splendidly.
A careless quality? That doesn't sound like a compliment.
Did you not purchase those art supplies today in the hopes of continuing with this work?
Well, yes. I guess I can stick with it until the war is over.
Such lukewarm commitment. No matter. We can consider the post-war situation when we come to it.
I'm pretty fond of being a fox, but becoming a squirrel wouldn't be the worst thing. I'll admit, I like seeing Seteth pour his heart into these stories.
What was that?
Didn't say a word. Let's get to work on that sequel.
Oh, since we're going to be exploring also in a moment, I can actually show you guys something cool, which probably most of you already knew about. I wouldn't be surprised, but I found out about it recently.
Cyril.
It's
Starting
cool.
to clean, huh?
It's Cyril and Hilda.
Hilda?
Personally, I'm all worn out from carrying water and fodder for the horses. I'm going to rest here a sec.
Whoa, tired? Water? Horses? Are you saying you did work all by yourself?
Cyril's shocked.
What else was I supposed to do?
Shocked.
You weren't here to help.
Okay, I get it. You did the work because you couldn't find nobody else to do it for you.
Correct. That's how Hilda
I was
works.
waiting for you. Because look.
Here's a note.
A letter?
I told you I'm always getting letters from my brother. I wrote about you in a couple of mine.
You're talking about me behind my back? Honestly, you're so...
We didn't say anything bad. In fact, well, listen up. Here's what my brother wrote. Be he Almiran or no, any young man with compassion and good conduct is worthy of respect. Character is what really matters, not the place of one's birth.
True. Hella true.
Huh,
Completely true.
That's pretty nice. Especially since it was from a noble who battles Almirans.
Right? He's a funny one, but for the first time, I really respect him. So thoughtful and tolerant.
That letter makes me happy. A lot of people look down on me just because I'm Almiran. So, you know, it's nice to hear somebody accept me as just another person.
Cyril's a good kid.
Hey, what's
He's a
that
good
supposed to mean? I've accepted you from the start. I mean, you're so helpful. You do everything I ask.
That's not acceptance. That's relying on somebody else to do your work.
Mhm.
What you ought to do is be a grown-up who your brother doesn't need to worry about so much.
Also true. Very true,
plenty
Cyril.
grown up. I just brought food and water for the horses, all on my own.
Being proud of doing what you're supposed to be doing just means you're lazy the rest of the time. Though, I gotta admit, being relied on is kinda nice.
In that case, from now on, I'll rely on you even more. Let's see. First, I need you to...
Well, time to get back to work.
Hey, hold up!
Cyril's like, nope, I'm noping out of there. Noping out of there so fast. All right, time for Hilda and Balthus.
Balti? Still training at this hour? How unexpectedly diligent of you.
Ah, Hilda! How are things? Anything of note to report?
No? I'm not sure what you mean.
I don't remember their
Oh,
sport
I don't
conversations,
know.
even though they know each other.
You haven't been approached by any lovelorn goons lately, have you?
Lovelorn goons.
Now that you mention it, it's been a few days since any guys have flirted with me.
Fantastic! They got the hint.
Whoa, wait a second. Are you pulling some weird prank on me?
Of course not. I'm just doing my best to keep my promise to Holst, that's all.
With promise.
Not this again. That was ages ago. I'm sure my brother's forgotten all about it.
Dead wrong, pal. I actually had the chance to see him recently, and he had a new request for me.
Damn.
What? He told you to get rid of any guys who show interest in me so that I stay his innocent little sister forever?
Hilda's not innocent. We all know Hilda's not innocent.
That sounds more like Seteth than Holst, don't you think?
Also true.
Fair point. What was the request?
Guys here have the gall to consider you a potential bride. It's my job to test them, see if they're worthy.
I don't like where this is going.
Since Holst isn't here to do the honors, I've spread the word that nobody is fit to marry you unless they can defeat the great king of grappling in a fight.
Let's go.
What? That's exactly the same as getting rid of them.
How so? It only eliminates the guys who are dumb enough to take up the challenge.
No one is that dumb. No one around here thinks they can beat the stupendous king of grappling or whatever.
That's why I leveled the playing field by allowing sneak attacks. Plenty have already tried their luck. One guy actually tried to strangle me in my sleep.
Damn.
Oh, a sleep strangler. He sounds like husband material.
And that's why I've been training so much. Can't let you end up with some weakling after all.
This is madness. If you keep getting
No, it's
stronger,
Sparta.
there won't be anyone who fits the bill.
True. You could spend your whole life searching and never find a match for Balthus the Great. The only people who stand a chance are Holst and me.
To prove that you're worthy of my hand in marriage, you're going to fight yourself?
I always knew I was my own worst enemy. One day I'll finally meet my equal in battle. Me.
I love Balthus. He's great.
So you're going to punch yourself out? Is that your idea of a romantic gesture?
When that fateful day arrives, Hilda, I want you to know that I intend to keep my word.
Balthus is great. I love him.
Huh. A girl could do worse, I suppose.
You two are adorable. They're so adorable. Please don't crash. By the way, I've crashed this game 3 times before doing stuff. It's great. Let me just double check. This plane. Is Gilbert actually done? No, Gilbert still has Dimitri. Alright, so that is it for Golden Deer. Jeez. Wait, is that it? Oh my gosh, Shamir is so many. Plane. Fuck it. We'll go with Shamir. Shamir and Caspar, which actually is now another one that I need to do.
Leave this to me. Go.
Uh-oh.
Shamir, look out! Ah!
Caspar,
Oh, people are dying.
are you all right? Talk to me.
Shamir!
Lower your voice. I'm right here.
Look out! The enemy's right. We're in the infirmary?
Dude's got some PTSD.
Correct.
Jesus.
It took you a while to wake up. You nearly died protecting me. Why did you do something so reckless?
Well, I saw that you were in trouble, and...
Is this your attempt to take responsibility for your father's actions? I don't need your pity, Caspar.
Damn.
Wait a minute. I do feel guilty for what my father did to the Dagdans, but this has nothing to do with that. I saw you were in danger and my body moved before I could even think about it. That's all.
You are still a fool.
Yeah, it's Caspar
Learn to
for you.
protect yourself before trying to protect me. There's no point in losing one life to save another. Yours holds just as much value as mine.
I understand what you're saying, but...
However, I cannot deny that I owe you a debt. Thank you, Caspar. And I apologize.
Aww.
For what? You didn't do anything.
For when we spoke before. I may have been too harsh. I cannot hold a grudge against someone who would risk his life for mine. That said, you need not worry about me.
Yeah, glad to hear it. But I gotta say, not worrying about you is a lot easier said than done.
Dang, Caspar being the worrywart. Look how they made Caspar a lot more delicate than he looks. True. Very, very true. Okay, Shamir and Petra. I don't remember anything about their thing.
Can I be having your time? There is a thought that is giving me great concern.
Let's hear it, Petra.
If Dagda is ever invading Fodlan again, what will you be doing?
I'd join the army of Dagda. I'd lay waste to Fodlan and return to my homeland.
If that is the truth, then I am having one more question for you. If that was happening, and all of us were fighting for Fodlan, would you be fighting us too?
Yes, that's...
Of course. You expect me to die for you? You should be prepared to do the same. Your homeland would likely join Dagda.
So, that is your truth.
Damn,
Maybe.
Petra's upset.
If you'd asked me 5 years ago.
Hmm?
I've been a mercenary since childhood. Always fighting for a bounty. If my allies didn't pay, I'd side with the enemy. It's why I became a sniper. Easier to dispose of anyone with a reward on their head.
Meanwhile, Shamir it actually has a gun in this game. You guys didn't know, but Shamir has a gun. Guns don't exist, but she has a gun.
It's also why I joined the Knights of Saros. I owed them a debt, but that's all changed.
You are not fighting for money now?
That's right. When I see everyone fighting for Fodlan, I feel inclined to help. I won't die for the cause, but I will protect everyone. If the army of Dagda engaged you, I'd fight at your side.
Hearing that is it gives me great joy. Until the war is finished, let us fight together.
Oh. Petra, I remember at the beginning I wasn't like the biggest fan of Petra, and now I'm just like, go Team Petra. Team Petra all the way. Shammers and the Raft
Mission
Boy.
complete. We're done here.
The Red Ninja Turtle.
Let's report back.
Oh
Well
yeah.
done out there, Raphael.
Recon
Did I do
mission.
good? My presence wasn't too leaky or anything?
You weren't perfect, but you were good enough. The enemy didn't notice you, and that's all that counts. You should do well in battle, too.
Let's go, Rev.
Oh, yeah! Thanks for taking me on the mission with you, Shamir. Now, how can I repay you?
Please, there's no need.
Aw,
You guys
come
let how
on.
get up
Don't
every
be
time.
like that. I swear, I'll do whatever I can to...
That's fair, War. Make sure you take some time for yourself. Relax and rest. Rest is good.
Okay, if you insist. Then go back to the way you were. That's enough for me.
I don't get it.
You're now able to go undetected on the battlefield, but usually you...
Ah, I know. I spent too much energy trying to hide my presence. I gotta train more so it comes naturally.
I was actually going to suggest the opposite. Your presence is a comfort to your allies. I am also more comfortable knowing that you're around.
Aww.
Really? If that's how you feel, then we gotta stick together. We can eat meals together, train together, hang out together, or...
No. I mean, that won't be necessary.
That's a weird voice line from
Oh.
Shamir.
Alright. I guess I'll leave you alone then.
That's not what I meant either.
Shamir, you were bad with
I won't
words.
stop you if you wish to continue working with me. Let's do recon again sometime.
Really? That's great! I can't wait!
These two are lovable fools. Lovable fools. Shammers and the Leonos.
Guess that's enough for now.
Lionel Richies.
You're improving, Leonie. No doubt a result of your new training routine.
Right, about that. I've been doing everything you said, but
Something wrong?
not with my archery, but I'm not getting any better at dealing with bugs.
Oh yeah, bugs.
Even with all the practice, I just can't bring myself to
Bugs.
look at a real live spider.
Spiders are fine.
Still aiming at the spiders I instructed you to draw? Let me see one.
Sure. Here.
What is this?
You are not an artist.
What do you mean, what is it? It's a spider.
Ah, yes. I see now. It's quite... well, it's...
Shamir's
What's
laughing.
so funny?
What?
Whew. I'm sorry. I lost my composure for a moment there. Your drawing is absolutely ridiculous.
It's like my drawings. I tried to draw the Kit Aw emote, by the way. For those who follow, I tried to draw Kit Aw the other day for something at work, funny enough. I failed spectacularly. I was actually too embarrassed to like take a picture of it.
Ridiculous? That's what they look like, isn't it?
Do you know how many legs a spider has? Or what its body looks like? Or ever seen one at all?
I just told you I can't even look at the little monsters.
A lack of subtlety no doubt learned from your former mentor. Regardless, aiming at this target won't help you overcome your fears. Here, use one of my drawings instead. Consider it an apology for my outburst.
Oh, why did you have to be so detailed?
This much detail is necessary if you wish to identify your enemy's weak points.
Oh, it's too much. I can't stand the sight of it.
This is guaranteed to help overcome your fears and improve your archery in the process.
True. you
So,
got-
archery's secondary now, is it?
You want to be a peerless mercenary, right? You'll never accomplish
that's
that
right.
if you're afraid of something
I was too
as
embarrassed.
innocuous as a bug.
When you put it that way, I guess I'll have to. Okay, Shamir, you've talked me into it. First, I'll take
it was
out the
bad.
drawings.
It was bad.
And then I'll move on to the real thing.
Excellent. I look forward to seeing fewer spiders around here.
A lot of bugs out and about here in Arizona, though. So many bugs. Shammers and Alois.
Listen, Shamir, I want to apologize for the conversation we had. I really embarrassed myself.
No need to apologize. I was not bothered.
Make a draw.
I just want to make one thing clear. I don't resent my missions as a knight. I will complete any mission I'm told to carry out.
I know. In fact, you are the most loyal knight I have fought beside. You are no coward.
I think I am a coward, actually. Every night I fret about ghosts that don't really exist. I wish I could be as strong as you are. The fact is, I'm weak. There's nothing I can do to change it.
You should not mistake your kindness for weakness. You contemplate the lives you have taken because you care, even when the emotions may be frivolous. That is something I am not capable of. I am not the only one who has noticed. Everyone else sees your kindness and wishes to share in it.
Shamir.
It's okay to hold on to the ghosts of your past. They are a part of who you are. But you cannot let them hold onto you. If you are sad, others will notice and share in that as well.
I see. That makes sense. Optimism. Cheery old Alois, that's me.
Good old Eloise. Optimism.
He recovered quickly and with surprising energy. Alois has many qualities I could never emulate. His positive and kind nature gives strength to those around him. Even to this Dagdan mercenary trying to find her place in an unfamiliar land.
Aww.
Shamir! Stop lagging! Start legging!
Then again, he has many qualities that I do not wish to emulate.
Is there a way I can check people's motivation, by the way, without having to explore? I don't remember if there's a way. I'm just curious, because before I do something.
That
Chambers
battle
and
was a decent
Catherine.
challenge, but when push came to shove, they didn't have a chance. Before long, all of the church's enemies will have been destroyed.
You must really love worshipping the church. Or is it just Rhea?
Lady Rhea. You're the only one in the Knights who doesn't address her with the proper respect.
I mean, she's a mercenary.
It's not just that I worship Lady Rhea. I respect her, admire her, revere her.
I don't get the Seros religion. Or Rhea.
Shamir, if you were anyone else, I would cut you down for saying that. She saved your life.
She did, and that's why I fight
Maybe
for
check
her.
the goals page? Or check
Doesn't
the
mean I
freaking-
worship her.
Gotcha.
You never change. You're so stubborn.
You're the stubborn one. When we're on missions related to Rhea, it's like you're wearing blinders. Wanting to help her is admirable, but you'll be of no use if you get yourself killed.
I don't plan on getting killed. And it's not that I'm wearing blinders. I'm just focused. I've devoted my heart to Lady Rhea. She's the reason I wield my sword.
As long as you don't get killed or cause me any trouble, I don't really care.
Damn.
So my death would cause you trouble?
That's not what I meant.
That's exactly what you meant.
Let's give it a rest. There's no point in arguing.
Fine. But I want you to know something. It's not easy to put your life in the hands of someone who doesn't share your beliefs.
I understand. I think we can both agree on that.
Fair. Alright. Let me just check goals first. Yeah, goals works. Okay. Just wanted to see something real fast there. And now let's do Shamir and Cyril!
Listen carefully, Cyril. This is important. Are you interested in becoming a better archer?
He does have arrows on his back.
Yeah, I always want to get better.
Good. Then you need to find another teacher.
What? Why would I need another teacher?
So you know different aspects?
Because I said so.
That,
Have
sure.
I done something wrong, Shamir?
Not at all.
Why do I need a new teacher then?
I simply have nothing left to teach you.
Yep. Everybody, one teacher has nothing left to show.
That
then
can't
you
be
go from there.
true.
It is. Your fighting style is fundamentally different from mine. I'm a sniper. I find a secluded spot on the battlefield and pick my enemies off one by one. But you're a harrier. You weave in and out of the battlefield, assailing the enemy with rapid fire.
A sniper and a harrier?
Correct. And your progress has revealed where your strengths lie.
So you'll be
I've taught you
fast,
as much as I
boys.
can. You'll have to find
And
a teacher
girls.
who specializes in your tactics if you wish to grow.
No. You're my teacher. That's how I want things. I don't know about specializations or whatever, but I know I don't want a different teacher.
Then you'll never improve.
I'm fine with you, and I don't want anyone else. I only want you, forever and ever.
Damn. Confess love more, why don't you?
Okay, Cyril, let's forget this conversation ever happened. And thank you. Now, stop standing around. We've work to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Aww. Aww. Yeah, you're adorable. Oh shit, we could just finish Balthus and Constance then, right now too. Sweet, so we don't have to worry about them anymore.
Yeah! Come at me!
Balthus, you mustn't draw the enemy in so. Pray do not sacrifice yourself on my account.
Oh, this has been a while since we've seen depressed
Enough of that.
Constance.
Just watch my back like we planned.
1,000 pardons then.
Someday she'll not be
It's
afraid
been a
of the
while
sun.
since we had such a close fight. How you holding up? You didn't seem like your heart was really in it this time.
I had some difficulty, knowing the torment our enemy was going through. Bad enough to fall in combat, but to be felled by one so base as I.
Oh, if they regret anything, it's that you're worried about their humiliating defeat. Ego burn right there. You know, it wasn't so bad fighting at your side. We make a pretty good team, you and I.
It is because you have the courage to face your enemies head on, leaving your flanks unguarded.
Will Constance ever stop being depresso in the
Generosity
sunlight?
to allow less skilled fighters the glory of dispatching foes who take the bait. Every aspect of your tactics is a reflection of your incomparable virtue.
You have a way of understanding a situation, but also twisting it all up in your head. Impressive, really. The unrivaled king of grappling himself, that'd be me, trusted you enough to watch his back. Can't you just be proud and leave it at that?
The nickname is a difficult one to respect, though the man inhabiting it is more than worthy.
Your nicknames suck, dude, but I like you.
If what I have said today has offended, which I would not doubt, then accept my humblest apologies.
You really are something else, you know that? I like your style, pal.
I cannot remember why
I can
Constance
see
is
us
like
teaming
this.
up as mercenaries and wandering from battlefield to battlefield. Admit it, that would be a grand old time, don't you think?
It would depend on the circumstances. Might I impose on you to come with me?
Right, there's always... Wait, what?
Oh, you're gonna go in the darkness so that way you
Okay,
can talk
we're
to
here.
other
Here to
person.
explain?
Must you make a mockery of everything? I have my own dream to pursue, not this twaddle.
Interesting.
You assume I'd abandon the restoration of House Nouvelle to become a vagrant? Are you mad? Even among your fabled transgressions, this goes beyond the pale.
Definitely a fair weather friend, that one.
That's, I think, the first time where, like, depressed Constance used that to their advantage. That was amazing. I love it. All right, it's certification time. What, you guys didn't think I was gonna not do certifications, right? Look at this, we have 5 more left. We have 5 more left. None of these give me what I need, so fuck it. We'll just go from there. It's time for everyone's certifications. We got 5 left with the main character. And then I probably will never use the main character for much ever. Oh, let's go. Dimitri can brawl? Dimitri can be the brawling master? Ferdinand can be an archer. That's good. I'll just get these ones out of the way real fast. Aspar. That an assassin? Yeah, he could be an assassin. We got certifications for days. So many certifications. This warlock. Ah, pressed all the wrong buttons. Every wrong button was just pressed. I need some more advanced seals. Oops. Also, you guys can't see behind my face, but I have 960,000 monies. However, I'm gonna show y'all some cool shits. Hanneman. Hamster boy is gonna be a priest.
Of course.
It makes sense that Manuela. Are we on a horse? He actually is gonna be on a horse.
Well.
Insert joke here. Louise. Archer. Balthus is gonna be on a horse. I wish I could get more dark seals.
Was there?
That's fine. And Happy. Man, Happy is actually becoming really good at a lot of different skills.
Piece of cake.
Save on file 25, and now we do the single certifications. Or I'm just gonna. Realistically, I'm gonna start with whatever the highest one is, honestly. Hey, you could be a war monk. Also, don't worry about how many Abyssian exam passes I have. Don't worry about that at all. Nothing happened between streams. I don't know what y'all are worried about. Tons of Abyssian exam passes. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Looking for stuff that's higher than 50. But we don't spend too much time on this.
Oh.
Ashes, Immortal Savant. Some of you may know what I've done, but you have no proof yet. Let's have you be a mage. God dang it, Sylvain. Excuse me. Do we think that that with all the certifications, everything, I could get to the story in an hour? At the very latest, I need to be done with the stream in an hour and a half. I'm gonna hope so. We'll see. But we got certifications to do and chaos to perform. Alright, you can be a brawler. Dude, Sylvain? Sylvain, my boy! What are you doing? Sylvain screwing up everything. Screwing up all the things. By the way, for those who have played Fire Emblem Three Hopes, how has Three Hopes been? How y'all been enjoying it? Interested to know. Got one more. Swordmaster. Doesn't work then. Hey, let's go. Been a lot. It's great so far. Good. Good. Mercedes finally can level up stuff. It's so strange seeing the old designs from Three Houses. What do you mean the old designs? Like you're saying like pre-shift? The old design. Or pre-time skip, I guess. Because I know it, what, it takes place between? Mostly everyone has new outfits. Oh, okay. Let's go, Mercedes is a thief now. She's slowly moving up in the world here. You know, if it's and higher styles. Ooh. I like that. They're switching costumes in the game or anything? 7. Let's go with nets. Because I know some of the Warriors games have like different outfits. Ingrid could be a Falcon Knight. God dang it, Ingrid! Gosh dang it. %75%. I seem to remember what original Fire Emblem Warriors has school uniforms and wear outfits, but that's it. Damn. I would like some I love just outfits in video games. Why I'm really bad when it comes to thank you for the fish. When it comes to whatever it's called. When it comes to like customization, like say Dead by Daylight and such. Like I just love having characters in different outfits. Then my wallet cries. Let's see if we can be an equal savant. Damn it, Linhart. Like, I imagine if I was one of those people who got into Fortnite, I would be spending so much money on freaking cosmetics. Because I love cosmetics. I like making my characters look however I want them to. So much to do there. Best thing that gaming created? Very true. I'd agree with that. Besides the fishing minigame? What fishing minigame in this game? And this game has a good fishing minigame. I don't know about that. Oh. I was like, I'm convinced he could be. I'm convinced. Bernie can now punch people in the face. Dorothea. Sorry, fishing minigame in all games. That's fair. Oh, real quick, should I do exploration or should I do seminar? I feel like I should be doing seminar today, but maybe exploration? Actually, no, I need to go see the new merchant, so fuck it, we're doing exploration today. Dark Flyer.
I have...
I'm actually really glad that I've been getting through all this stuff. Midnight, War Master. Let's try War Master. Let's go. Raft the War Master. That's, yeah, I was about to say that better be a stat thing. That was gonna be something we could do. Resistance up. I need to buff their stats. Like everyone's stats are kind of crazy. Ignots. Savant, Bow Knight. This boy, I swear. Be a priest. God dang it! I don't think Ignots has gotten any class upgrades in like 3 streams. This boy, I swear, is not the best when it comes to certifications. I swear. Also, I'm going to take the time now while we're doing these certifications to talk about what you guys can expect stream-wise this week. Because, so I haven't been streaming that much as of late, which I know for some people is like, okay, you're streaming more than you think. And it's like, no, I haven't been streaming as much as I want to. But I have been playing a lot of Fire Emblem Three Houses off stream, so that way I can get everyone's classes done for like New Game Plus and whatnot. That being said, you guys should be able to expect a lot of Fire Emblem this week. Before and potentially after my shifts at work. I am looking to finish at least one path in this game before, before anything else. Finally, Ignatz, Jesus. Yeah, before I do like pretty much anything else, since Dead by Daylight's anniversary is over and I have no reason to worry about that anymore, I am going to do a strong focus on this game and hopefully, like, say, finishing Buried Stars and stuff too this week. So I think you'll enjoy the Blue Lines route in Three Hopes. Yeah. Yeah, the big things I'm focusing on right now is I'm going to finish Fire Emblem Three Houses, the Blue Lines route. Then we're going to finish up the other path of Buried Stars I need to finish. And then, but I think we might do AI before that because there's Nirvana Initiative that's out. So it may not be taking place in said order, but I'm still trying. We'll get there. We'll get there. Busy, busy, indeed. But so this week for work. So today for work is the only day for like, I think a while that I actually work the afternoon. Yeah, I don't work the afternoon again until Thursday of next week. So literally a week from today is when I work PM, which means I work 3 a.m. shifts in a row. 4 a.m. shifts in a row. Which sounds crazy, but fun fact about these AM shifts mean that I can do a lot longer streams. Like a lot longer streams. This makes sense. This makes sense unless Cynthia is supposed to be Mortal Savant. So I was talking to Cheese about it, but I haven't really brought this up on stream. It is entirely possible that I'm about to have 3, potentially 4 very short shifts out. And since I've kind of had a renewed vigor for getting through streams lately, just due to stuff going on, I am looking forward to coming back to like doing a lot more streams and everything, getting stuff done and the sort. So, most of this week, the remainder of this week, since I do work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you guys should be getting PM streams. But I will say, do not be surprised if like a stream is still in the morning, because it's very, very likely that I could just get called off of work for a day. In fact, tomorrow, it's very possible that I'm going to wake up and I'm just going to be called and be told, we don't need you today. I'll be like, okay. Because that's what they've done with done lately. I don't remember what I just did with Hilda. I think I did Sniper and now Swordsman, so yeah. But yeah, out of the next, because I work 5 days in a row, but out of those 5 days, I should be going home early from work probably today, just because it depends on how busy at work is, and Thursdays have not been super busy. But based on the fact that I'm working on a floor that is literally dead most of the time for the next 4 shifts, it is very likely that 2 out of the 4 stream shifts I'm going to be leaving early. So go to sleep now. Have a good night, War. Take it easy. Thank you for coming to stream. Talk to you later. But yeah, and I'm doing a new thing. Oh, that's right. I talked about this on the Discord. So if you didn't read the Discord post or you're not on the Discord, first off, you should join the Discord because it's a fun place. But also number 2, if you didn't read on the Discord, there is some stuff happening in July that I think people would be interested in. Due to what I wanted, like I want to start getting stuff done and kind of doing kind of sorting out my life a little bit. I'm doing a thing where, and thank you, Cheese, for that. I'm doing a thing where pretty much my day-to-day life is going to be, if I'm not working, I'm either sleeping or working on stream stuff, working on just general content, as it like, it's just gonna be a lot of like working on stuff. I don't have any friends really in Arizona, so like I've one really. So like going outside and hanging out with people is not a thing I'm doing. So literally all I can do is really either sleep, work, or stream, or work on stream stuff. And I have been working on a lot of streaming stuff lately. It's the reason why if you guys don't see streams or have not seen streams recently, it's not the fact that I'm not interested in doing streams, it's the fact that I've been like playing games and trying to get to places so that way we can do said streams. Big thing to note would be Pokemon and Fire Emblem lately. So Pokemon, I've been actually doing tasks off stream, so that way you guys don't have to like really see the task streams over and over again, but I could do them. And Fire Emblem, I've been doing just grinding just in my free time. With all the grinding, obviously I don't want to really show it, so that's why I've been able to just kind of get other things done while I've been grinding on this game. That being said, if I'm not grinding or doing anything, there more than likely will be a stream happening. And I want to let y'all know. And VOD streams will be coming back too. So there's that, but then there's also, like I said, the stuff that's happening in July, where July we are going to be doing something that is probably dumb. Let's just be real. It's probably dumb, but I'm doing it anyway. So starting on, this will be on July 5th, is when it will start. The good news for you guys is that you guys will be getting longer streams. The potential bad news for some people is that these longer streams are going to be solely focused on one game. Is Leone not going to get anything? Man, Leone did not get a single class. Good job, Leone. We're going to be focusing one single game to start getting through some new games that I've not streamed yet, that I do need to. So we are going to be doing some long streams to get through games in July. And this is going to be going into the other months too. So starting, like I said, July 5th, we are going to be streaming Murder by Numbers, which is I think it's a Pacross mystery game, if I recall correctly. It was recommended by my friend Cube, and it's been on my list of stuff to play. So what we're going to be doing is on the 5th is we're going to be spending a fucking entire pretty much day. We'll do like VOD stuff in the beginning so that way I can like post stuff to the VOD YouTube channel. But after that, we're just solely playing Murder by Numbers until I get sleepy. That's it. So that will be starting on the 5th. And we're not going to be focusing on any games, asterisks. We will focus a little bit on Genshin, because Genshin, there's still a lot to do there, and it's kind of not super important, so I don't like focus a major amount of time, you know, to it. But yeah, we will be starting Murder by Numbers on July 5th, and no other game will be streamed until that game is done. And that is what I'm going to be doing for 2 games in July, where we just completely go through the game and just finish it. Just 100% the game, move on from there. I want to say Murder by Numbers, though, is on Steam. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me just go on Steam right now. We got time, let's be real. Also, the Steam summer sale is going on right now. Yeah, Murder by Numbers is on Steam. Look at that. Let me actually, before I potentially buy it, because it's only $5. Steam summer sale going on right now, by the way, in case y'all are not aware. Your wallets will run dry, more than likely. Let me just see.
Success.
Nope. It's not on. You put that up there. Oh, me. I was like, yeah, Gilbert did his thing. So, Catherine on a horse, maybe? Nope. Yeah. So yeah, we'll be starting with Murder by Numbers, starting on the 5th, and then that'll be their main focus going forward. Terrain effect. Yeah. This month is gonna be like, I know June kind of sucked with trying to finish games. This month should be a lot better at finishing games. Because I plan to have Buried Stars fully finished. I plan to have Fire Emblem Three Houses. We will have Blue Lion's Route finished. Three Hopes will have Blue Lion's Route finished. AI, the Somnium Files, and Nirvana Initiative I hope to have finished. Like, we got a lot.
It's a nice one.
Buried Stars will finish, because I know Sage is like, play the second route! You and you're switching games all the time. Play the other routes. Like, I'm sorry. Dude, everyone in the green sword mess. What do you do, Anna? After this, if this fails or whatever, I'm gonna be right back real fast. Real quick. So, restart if I'm joining 512. That's good. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, use the restroom real fast. I'll have so we're back real quick. Be back. Sorry about that. We be back. The stomach, for some reason, was very, very sad for some reason, as like randomly. Probably because I don't eat proper. But that be fine. That be fine. I don't think we make it to the story beat today. Mainly because of certifications, but also because of... So, yeah. It's be what it be. In fact, I actually have an idea of what we're gonna do. I have an idea. That way we can get stuff done. Rather than also just... Listen, these certifications are important. They're important to me. Yuri is also just really bad at this. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go, so we're gonna finish the certifications here. We're gonna explore so we can see what the new shop is like, and then eat with people and all that. Do the seminar, there's another birthday, and then I think that the next day we will do just another seminar. So because the seminar is not gonna be super important, I'm gonna go, we're just gonna do supports until my timer goes off. And then after that, when we stream this game, which will probably be tomorrow, we'll do the story stuff. And maybe we will be done with supports. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, Constance is the last one. I'm hoping that Constance gets Cavalier, but might not happen. Nope. Frickin' Constance, man. Yeah, we will be playing this game for a long time tomorrow. Like today is the only reason today is a short day is because I have to go to work here in a bit. But tomorrow, since it's either I'm working not at all or I'm working for at least like an hour or two, which might as well be not at all. Whatever. Yeah. Should be fun. Maybe Pegasus. Hopefully we can beat Pegasus Knight. Constance, please. I need you to do something instead of magic. I need you to do something instead of magic. I get the feeling she's gonna be doing magic. Watch this be the success. She didn't get the success? Constance, you're failing me, peer. Excuse me. Woo. Dang it, Constance. Cheese, I blame you. Blames the cheese. Swordmaster, maybe? Dude, Constance, just...
I'm sure you...
What was it? God, Constance. Jesus. Alright. So, with that all out of the way, let's go explore. Because with exploration, we've unlocked another... What am I running into? Oh, hello. Those people are like, hello there! We've been here this entire time!
Right.
Alright, who wants to see something interesting? Who wants to see an exploit? Some of you may know what this exploit is. Some of you may not. But we be exploiting. That is for sure.
Hello.
Right. Hi Ash. Excuse me. So first off, with the Dark Merchant. What do you got?
Will this one do? It's all. Will this one do? Will this one do? It's all. Will this? It's all. Will this? It's all. Will this one? It's all. Will this one?
You think that the Dark Merchant would sell me Dark Seals?
It's all yours. Take it.
You think this guy would frickin' sell me Dark Seals?
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends about me. I swear I won't steal your soul.
There, I hope this...
Alright, I would like to go to your secret shop, please.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
Alright. Good to know that that guy sells arcane crystal. Don't worry about that other stuff later. Alright, well, I guess all that means to do now is to just literally eat with people. Literally is just gonna be eating with people. Caspar and Raph. Just gonna max out everyone's motivations. Set is in the net. That way we have a seminar next time. And Winhart.
This is my.
Anna, Constance, let's go. More people. I wish Anna had some actual supports, but whatever. Why can't I date Anna in this game? Bernie, Hilda. Might have been worth it to have another seminar, but that's okay. So hold on, how many more people? Okay. Gilbert, Catherine, Balthus. Catherine. Now I need to find something that Hanuman and Balthus both like, which is probably impossible.
Eating food.
But we will try. I found one with Balthus. I found one with Hanuman. Another Balthus. Another Balthus. Another Balthus. There we go. Found Hanuman and Balthus. Let's go. Cool. And then all I'm going to do is advanced training.
I thought I'm in the knights. Let's hope.
Advanced drills, please.
I thought I'm in the night.
Can I do more advanced training with you? God damn it. Let's see. What else can I do? Shamir, what can you teach me? Like right here. Nope.
So still, if we, I just hope.
Oh. Anna can also teach me how to use a bow.
Oh.
Hi, Anna.
I hope they...
Teach me how to use a bow. Hooray! Alright, just gonna show you guys a little exploit in here too. So, before we continue to the next day, let's go to Abyss real fast.
Thank you so much.
I saw this to a guy on YouTube, I don't remember his name.
I am
Let me just
grateful.
Double check this is.
Thanks so much.
Much
Fed.
appreciated.
FED. It looks like their name is. I guess one of their viewers told them about this, and I watched the video, so that was them. Go to this pagan offer, we can offer some renown. Now, you can actually get infinite money and infinite renown here, but it takes a while because, of course, that's how exploits work. If we go to the Abyssine Exam Pass and we get 88 for 66,000, and we offer renown, it says offer 464 renown to the pagan deity. A little weird. Let's see what happens if we get yes. And actually just show you guys. Yeah, it says 464 renown to the pagan deity, and if we look at underneath, it is actually 464. You actually can keep buying 88 of these. And here's the thing, if we go for like 89, it is literally 464 plus 750. But if we go one less, it is still the full amount. So, there's something fun you can do. That's why I have 99. And you can sell all 88 of those to like shops for, it's 100 each, so you would get 8,800, and then you could buy seeds and just like keep going back and forth and everything. And you can do that as much as you want for like infinite renown and whatnot. I'm not going to do it too much because I already grinded my way up to the amount that I need, but still interesting to know. So hopefully, if anyone's playing through this on New Game Plus, hopefully it helps you out. Anyway, we're gonna save on one. Finish exploring. Yeah, but it's a cool thing. I am somebody who just does not have any qualms with exploiting or anything in stuff in games. See, something. There's something we did that we made use of. Anyway, seminar time. According to my list, actually, is Bernadetta still the only one left? Yeah, Bernadetta should be the only one who still has stars.
I got it.
You should be the only one left with stars.
Thanks for the.
And that should be it.
I.
Cool. That is all the characters who have stars maxed out.
I guess.
Alright, now it's just a matter of getting everyone who has E's up to D's.
Oh. I've really. Okay.
Good job, Ignatz. A lot of greats. I'm gonna go actually to Mercedes. See if we can do something. Boa? See if we can do more.
Thank you.
Good.
Inter.
Bow prowess. We'll do brawling. Let's go. I guess I just taught you something about this game then, Sage, based on that reaction.
I get it.
Nice, Anna.
You could make it. I get it.
Flying now. And let's see if we can do more with the axe.
You could make.
Elise is still bad with flying.
Always. See.
Still not good with magic. Actually, use faith. I think everybody now is at least D minimum. Yep, everyone's at a D minimum now. Let's go.
Yeah. All the.
See if we can start getting everyone up to C now.
I learned a lot. Yes.
Man, let's go, Annette. Learning a lot of stuff. And Sylvain. Brawl.
Hey. Wow.
Nice. All right. Group tasks. We'll do stable duty. Mercedes and we can find somebody who's actually pretty good. Hilda? Okay, Hilda's a good idea. Ooh, Eloise. Hilda and Eloise. Let's go. And everyone's goals. Stays the same, stays the same, stays the same, stays the same, stays the same. Ferdinand is actually insane right now. That's surprising. Stays the same, stays the same. Playing is that bow. Is the same, stays the same. Faith. Reason and faith. Riding and flying. Say. Is the same. Is the same. Axe. And All right, cool. Begin the training.
Professor.
No. Like, no. You will learn what you're learning. Nothing else matters. Whose birthday is it? It's Shamir's birthday. It's time for Shamir's birthday, everybody. I
was just considering paying you a visit. My favorite tea. Even the smell calms me. Thank you.
There's some tea. Drink up.
Not bad.
All right. Things that bother you? I'm bad at conversations.
Yes. Very good.
Food in the dining hall.
Oh? No.
Heart racing memories? Damn, I'm bad with Shamir. I'm sorry. I don't understand you. You're so confusing.
That was delicious. Thank you. I'll visit again when I'm free.
I don't know. Well, at least the charm increased. Don't know why, but it did.
This'll be a piece of cake.
I'm glad it's you.
We'll have to do better next time.
Fine, you guys got your good. Go, got some skill increases. All right, some good skill increases.
I'm starting
Psychic,
again.
okay.
Perseverance.
Some new.
I'm getting it.
Nosferatu and another psychic and a recover.
I'm almost tired of learning.
Let's go. All right. I think this is gonna be a seminar, right? Seminar or battle? Oh, it would be seminar. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. For the rest of the stream, we're gonna do support conversations. And then hopefully, I mean, we're not gonna get through all of them, but hopefully we get through enough before I run out of stuff. Or run out of time. So let's get to it. Ingrid and Seth. And Ingrid's actually done.
Sedith, do you have a moment?
Certainly. Have you arrived at a decision about what you would like your future to be?
I think so. I was hoping I might ask for your opinion on the subject.
I am flattered. Please proceed.
I want to serve as a knight and protect my homeland. I know this through and through. It has been my truth for as long as I can remember. However, I feel I should choose a path that would benefit my father.
Okay.
I was raised by him in a happy home, never wanting for anything, despite my family's meager finances. I owe it to him to choose a path he'd approve of.
If that is the decision you have reached after such careful deliberation, then I have no objections.
Good job, team.
May I
Figured
ask
it
you
out.
something?
Please, go ahead.
Have you actually had a conversation with your father about this?
I have not. There hasn't been time to pay him a visit.
You had 5 years!
He did permit me to join this war, but I was brash about my departure. I left forcibly.
In that case, it is all the more important that you speak to him.
Perhaps. My father is an obstinate man. At this point, I'm not sure he'd care to hear what I have to say.
I do not know the man well, so perhaps it is not my place to judge. However, I do know what it's like to fret constantly over one's family.
It's like you and Flame. It's been 5 years.
As you say, then he will want to know how you truly feel. I do not think he will refuse your wishes if you share them with him honestly. Of course, if your decision remains the same after speaking with him, then so be it.
Sedith, thank you. You're right. I should talk to him. I've spent so much time thinking about how stubborn he is, that I've neglected to acknowledge my own part in all this. Rather than blaming him, I need to recognize how stubborn I myself have been. Maybe if I open up and allow for vulnerability, he will too.
That is the way. Hold your head up high and stride forward into the unknown.
I will, and I will keep your words close to my heart. Thank you for everything, Sedith.
Go team! Team figuring out stuff. Man, you guys remember when this was all filled with support conversations? We're nearly done. Who would have thought? Caspar and Catherine.
Yes! I did it! I finally got a hit on you!
Not bad. I didn't expect you to come this far.
Caspar did it!
I've been training non-stop, so it had to happen eventually. I've been using my head a lot more, too. I'm not the same old Caspar.
He has air in his... He doesn't have air in his
Then
head.
what kind of Caspar are you?
A friendly ghost?
Well, if you're Thunder Catherine, then I get to be Lightning Caspar. No, that's no good. Fiery... No. Burning Caspar?
What about the friendly ghost?
I wonder where all this fire of yours comes from.
It comes from wanting to fight by your side.
Sorry, what?
You said before that you don't want to keep an eye on me. Something about not being my babysitter?
Yes, I seem to recall saying something like that.
That's why I decided I needed to train and get to your level instead. I'm gonna keep getting stronger. That way I'll never have to leave your side. You and me were...
Stop. That's enough for now.
Damn,
You've only
shut
managed to
down.
hit me once. Let's see if you can actually beat me. If that happens, I'll hear your request.
In that case, you'd better get ready. I'm real fired up now. You're gonna have to start calling me... Inferno Caspar!
Oh, good old Caspar. We love a Caspar. Yo, Petra's done. Petra's done after Cyril.
Cyril, how is your bow training progressing?
I think maybe I've gotten better. It feels a lot easier to ready the bow lately.
That is a nice thing to be hearing. You have my support with your efforts.
I do?
Yes. I am always cheering you on. I am long feeling a great affinity with you. Our positions are dissimilar, but our situations have great similarities. That is why I am always trying hard to be supporting and protecting you.
You mean you've been cheering me on all along? That's nice to hear.
Cyril doing great
Well,
things. Good
in
job,
that
Cyril
case,
boy.
I'll support you too.
You will? That gives me great joy.
It makes you happy? It's gonna sound funny, but hearing you say that makes me feel happy too. You know, I just realized that well, when you talk, it's kind of powerful. It's like everything you say feels real nice and reassuring. Just listening to you makes me feel better about everything. I think it's a special talent you have.
Petra's
Words
a
can
good
be
at
said
talking.
by anyone. Alone, they are without power. What is meaningful is how you are feeling. I am hoping I can learn to use words well, to convey my feelings. That is my wish. I am still learning. My words are not coming out as properly as I am wanting.
Maybe the words aren't, but the feelings behind them are. I really do think you're special.
The illiterate boy with the girl who's still learning the language.
Now that I know you're supporting me,
Great.
I'm going to work real hard not to let you down. And, I hope someday I can get strong enough to inspire you the same way you inspire me.
You have already been achieving that goal. You already have great strength.
You really think so? Nah, I still got a long way to go. I'm not tough enough to match you yet, so I'm gonna get stronger. Stronger and stronger so I can support you forever.
Stronger and stronger? So you can be supporting me forever?
Yeah, forever and ever.
Cyril, you've said that I think to 3 people now.
Even when I am being an old woman? It will be a difficulty then.
Sure, even when you're an old woman, I'll be an old man right beside you, doing my best.
Old woman Petra and old man Cyril supporting each other. I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, that does sound nice.
Aw, everyone's getting all lovey-dovey with each other. It was a great time. Absolutely fantastic. Ignatz. And Leonie.
Hey, Ignatz. Drawing again?
I am. I suppose that's rather irresponsible, as we're in the midst of a war. But ever since we last spoke, I felt keen to pursue my artistic aspirations.
Like I said, it's your calling. Don't feel bad about it.
Alright, I'll try to embrace it. And you, are you practicing archery today?
He has
or
a
just
cool bow
double-checking
now.
this bowstring. I want to make sure it's ready for the next battle.
Okay. Well, let's both do our best.
That's the spirit. Does that mean you finally accepted that you're an artist?
I'll try to discuss it with my parents after the war. There's little demand for knights in peacetime.
That's true. You
In
can
fact,
do other
painting
things.
might be a more reliable way for me to support my family. I'll try to persuade them with arguments along those lines.
Good point. I'm glad you've got some confidence.
Come to think of it, Leonie, what will you do when the war is over?
Me? I'm going to become a top-tier mercenary.
Work with Shamir.
A mercenary in peacetime?
Even after the war's over, there'll be plenty of work for me to do before peace really takes hold.
Also true.
I'll pay what I owe my village back, with interest. After that, I don't know. Never thought about it.
I'm sure you can do whatever you put your mind to.
Hardly. Lots of options just don't suit me. I mean, could you imagine me as a songstress?
Golden Deer Root, we're turning her into a dancer.
But
You
yeah,
heard it here
I
first.
don't know. Once I've paid off my debts, I guess I'll just have to find something new.
I don't think there's any rush. You can travel and relax, and think about it.
Travel, huh? There's an idea. Want to come with?
Huh? Me?
Sure. You were really excited about the different styles across the world, weren't you? Don't you want more of that? Maybe even see the sky in a new shade.
Yes, I suppose I do. I'd like to see the whole world.
If your parents object, we'll just say I kidnapped you. Actually, feel free to say that even if you go alone.
Oh no, I want us to see the world together. Your presence makes every landscape more beautiful.
Hey, hold on. What's this all of a sudden?
No,
That's not what I meant.
you are blushing.
You're hilarious, Ignatz. There's never a dull moment with you around.
Good old Ignatz Leone. God, these are so cute. I love them. I love them. Is Lysithea done? Oh, let's go. Lysithea is done.
I did it! I did it! Okay, so next up is...
So Cyril now knows how to read?
What's this letter all about? Doesn't appear to have a sender written anywhere. This handwriting is so sloppy. Wow. Dear Lysithea, I read the book you gave me. This must be from Cyril. He's learning so quickly.
Oh, this is awesome. I love seeing
It was
this.
hard and it got more easy. More I tried it, and it was fun and I learned new stuff.
He's getting better. It's awesome to see people learn how to read and write.
Spirit, thanks you for helping me to read and to write. You are so welcome. Some things are hard to say and easy to write. I know just what you mean. I want to read more and learn writing better. You're already doing so well with this. I can see how hard you're working. I am glad you are my friend. It makes me happy.
I don't think it means happy, but close enough. Close enough.
Hey, Lysithea! Last night I finished reading the book you lent me. I wanted to tell you right away, but it was late, so
Awesome kids,
I tried to
true.
write a letter. Lysithea?
Cyril, you sweet little...
Did I do something wrong? I don't know what you're trying to say.
Cyril's like, what? Wait,
Some
hold on.
feelings can't be verbalized or put into writing. Just... Look, it's just that...
I'm sorry. I really don't know what you're trying to say.
What I'm trying to say is... I'm Bappy too.
Bappy?
Let's keep studying and spending time together, okay?
Oh, I get you now. That sounds great, Lysithea.
Oh, that's gotta be one of my favorite ones. Oh, that's gotta be one of my favorites. That was so pure. That was so pure. Leonie and Eloise. That was so
that's
good.
it. I'm going to be a great mercenary just like Captain Gerald.
Ha! You skipped right to the conclusion. That's exactly what Gerald would do.
I know. I picked that up from him too.
That might not be the finest trait of his to emulate. In the end, it comes down to combat skill. Regardless, I'm happy to hear you say all this.
Why's that?
I've strived to become a knight at the level of Captain Gerald, but I'm an old man. I've come to accept that I will never be his match.
No, don't say that. You can't give up.
No, it's quite all right. I know myself and what I'm capable of. But you're still young. Youth is a weapon of the utmost power. Infinite possibility.
I gotta ask, because I'm actually curious. First off, I know the Ashen Wolves are in Three Hopes, right? Is Cyril also in Three Hopes?
We are both inspired by Captain Gerald, so I hereby bequeath to you my lofty ambitions.
That's... wow. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
No need to cry, Leone. I'm relieved. My dream is in good hands with you.
Guess maybe all the characters are probably in
Captain
it.
Gerald is
Because I
looking
want to
down
use Cyril
proudly
more.
on you, I'm sure. Will you carry on his legacy?
Of course I will. Definitely.
Because I know,
Leone, do you remember the story I told you once about what happened at the inn?
I'll talk about it in Hopes.
The hatchet throwing? Sure, I remember. Why?
Gotcha.
Gerald ran up quite a tab with all his drinking, and he left without paying. Now his debt is due, and as you have declared that you'll carry on his legacy...
Oh, damn.
You see where I'm going with this.
Wait, what? That's got nothing to do with me.
Nothing to do with me either. I don't drink. Even so, all this time, I've been paying it back little by little. And it's not just that one place. He owes money in towns all over Fodlan. I haven't been able to step into a tavern anywhere without being badgered for payment. Ugh, so exhausting. But now, I can say that the debts are for you to cover. You're still young, so I'm sure you'll manage in time. Thank you, Leone.
Damn.
That's a joke, right? Hey, get back here! Take your lofty ambitions back! I don't want your stupid debts!
I already have so much to deal with. Oh man. Yo, Sedith is actually done too. Let's go.
Manuela, about what we discussed earlier with regard to Saint Sethlin, I feel the need to correct your misapprehensions.
Oh, I won't expose your passion to the light of day. I told you I can keep a secret.
That's not it at all. How can I make you see? I suppose there is no other way. Allow me to tell you a very old story.
What kind of story? Is it about your past? Because there's a story I could enjoy hearing.
I once had a wife. She passed from this world a very long time ago. She was wise, kind of heart, and always smiling. A most wonderful woman. Not long after we married, we were blessed with a child. A girl.
You had a wife and a daughter? Why would you have kept that secret?
To protect my daughter. That has been my foremost concern ever since I had the misfortune to lose my wife. It is my daughter who resembles Saint Sethlin. That is why I make my oath to this statue.
Your story doesn't sound right to me. I don't mind saying it.
Why is that?
When you talked about your ideal woman before, your description was almost exactly Saint Sethlin. Now you're telling me your daughter is a perfect match?
It is not an exact resemblance. My daughter, for instance, is neither proper nor quiet. In any case, even in matters of love, an ideal seldom lives up to reality. That is the way of the world.
Do it again. Say, the way of the world with a serious face. You're so stern and proper, but you really can be quite funny. I love a man who can make me laugh.
My wife used to say the same thing. I never quite understood what was so funny.
I sound like your late wife? Don't tell me. I actually resemble her, don't I? Mirror image, I bet.
No, not at all.
Absolutely not. Though... no, unthinkable.
I love how this entire support, though, this is from me coming back to this game. I love how this entire support started with Sedith just belittling Manuela.
The way you say it, I suppose I must resemble her a little. Wow, isn't that an honor? Say, Sedith, have you ever considered remarrying? You know, just so you're not alone?
It is not a thought that has ever crossed my mind. I have been too preoccupied with fatherhood.
It's been a long time since your wife passed, right? You should start thinking about it.
Ooh, this is touchy.
There could be someone who finds you handsome, someone close by, maybe even right in front of you.
Whatever you said just now, I didn't quite hear. But to remarry, I'd never even considered it an option until you brought it up just now. My daughter will not want to remain by my side forever. Perhaps it is time I thought about it.
I'd be happy to help you mull it over if you like. How about tonight? We could go out for a drink.
Are we back to this again? Very well. Just see that you do not drink too much. I would rather not have to carry you home.
Don't know how I feel about that one. Don't know how I feel about that one.
Take that, you goons! And that!
No, Catherine's at it again. She has charged too far forward. I better join her before she...
Yo, let's go, Sudhuth.
Are you all right?
That's what I was going to ask you. How could you be so reckless? All those times you scolded me, and now you get yourself all beaten up. To think, nearly getting yourself killed in a minor skirmish like this one.
Quite right. Thankfully, I am not badly hurt. My apologies. I didn't mean to worry you.
What's gotten into you?
How do you mean?
Don't play dumb. I was supposed to patrol this area, not you. What are you even doing here?
Just happened to be passing through?
Sedith, this isn't like you bumped into me on a stroll around town. Nobody passes through a battlefield.
All right. I wanted to protect you.
Damn! Straight to the point.
You'd pressed much too far ahead. I feared your life might be in danger. Once that thought occurred to me, I could not stand idly by. I had to shield you from harm.
And you were injured in the process. I don't know what to say. Sedith, I didn't realize you worried so much about my safety. I apologize. And I'm grateful. I guess we really are companions.
I did not do this merely to assist an ally. I did it for you. I don't want to lose you. And if I am willing to risk my life to protect you, just think how much scolding I am capable of. So you had best take better care of yourself.
All right, you've made your feelings clear. When you say it like that, I can't refuse. I'm sorry for making you worry all the time. I'll be more careful. I promise.
Please do. For my sake and yours.
Now to the infirmary. I'm missing an arm. Oh boy. Sedith and Cyril. Let's go.
Cyril?
Hey.
You seem pensive. Have you been thinking over the advice I gave you?
Yeah, but it kinda scares me.
Scares you? Why?
If I found something else I was more interested in than repaying Lady Rhea, I don't know. Wouldn't that be kinda like I was betraying Lady Rhea, in a way?
Betrayal is a rather strong word, don't you think?
Well, I mean, Lady Rhea is why I got this life. Or any life. If I ended up just leaving her, that just seems real ungrateful and kinda rude.
If Rhea herself felt betrayed by your actions, then yes. I suppose it would be. But if all you are doing is seeking your path, with no harm to her, I do not think she would object. In fact, I am confident she would be happy for you.
You are?
Ask her yourself when she returns. You will see. You want to make Rhea happy, don't you?
Well, yeah, of course.
Then you should do what makes you happy.
Okay, I get that, yeah.
Very true.
By the way, there's something weird I noticed.
What is that?
Before, whenever we'd talk, you always used to call Lady Rhea the Archbishop. But just now, you were calling her Rhea.
Does it perturb you to hear me speak of her with such familiarity?
No, I just wondered why.
I am, of course, Rhea's servant. So, in a more formal context, I must maintain a deferential distance. But she and I are actually very old friends. In fact, we think of one another almost like family. I know Rhea extremely well. When I am confident about how she will feel, I am seldom wrong. So trust me when I say that if your path to happiness takes you away from here, she will wish you the best.
Okay. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
Of course, we must first rescue her from her current predicament. I will be counting on your aid in that.
You got it.
I mean, yeah, we still gotta find her. I don't really know where she is. 5 characters left. Blaine's not done because of Dimitri, so Manuela.
Do you recall what you told me? You mentioned that if a place shines brighter than anywhere else, then its shadows will be darker too.
You sound so worried. That was nothing, dear. Call it a joke.
It most certainly did not sound like a joke. Can you please elaborate? Of course, I love hearing about your glamorous past performing on stage. But all that glamour doesn't account for the shadows you spoke of.
Well, I suppose I could share a little. Here's the thing about the opera. Talent isn't enough to earn you a position in a glamorous show. You need money, connections, and, failing those, the stomach to commit a spot of violence.
Damn.
I spent many nights buttering up nobles in power. No matter how humiliating the task, I'd do it because I wanted to be a star. I hope that kind of talk isn't too shocking for a sweet girl like yourself. Are you disillusioned with me now that you know my sordid past?
Not at all. Understanding you more deeply, I can see how much strength has been required of you all this time.
Flayn.
I am well aware that survival and striving for dreams sometimes means doing things we would not normally do. Perhaps because you have been so strong, lived with such conviction. Perhaps that is why your songs have touched so many people's hearts.
Oh, you sound very wise all of a sudden.
Flayn's always been wise.
Thank you, Flayn.
She's older than all of
I would like to
us.
rescind my original request of you.
Your request to hear one of my songs?
Indeed. Instead, I have a different request. I would like to see you perform an opera on stage.
I don't know about that. It's been a long time since I stood on stage.
Bring Dorothea and Yuri. You'll be
I
fine.
imagine you have experienced much since you left the opera company. It follows then that you have developed new insights, charm, and wisdom to share.
Yes, I probably could play a tragic role even better now than I could back then. But it's hardly the time for operas. We need to put an end to this war first.
Agreed. Let us make the curtain fall on this war as soon as possible.
Maybe then we can raise the curtain on a brand new performance. That'd be something, wouldn't it?
That is exactly what I yearn for.
Nice. Nice. All right, I don't have any more time to do the rest of them. But we got Hanuman has one left. And actually, Hanuman is done. Manuela is also done. Gilbert is not done because of Dimitri. Eloise is not done because of Dimitri. And Catherine is not done because of Dimitri and Shamir. Cyril is actually done though. So literally the only 2 supports I have to actually work on right now is Shamir and Caspar and Shamir and Catherine. Everyone else is pretty much just waiting for Dimitri to get back. Should be interesting, that's for sure. And we got a lot done. Still being sad boy, true. So, once again, tomorrow, it's gonna be tomorrow after my shift, or if I don't have a shift at all, we are gonna be playing through more. We will get through March, and if there are no paralogs, we might be able to get through more months next stream. We might be able to just start cruising through this game fast, because we don't have too many support conversations we need to worry about. I don't need to worry about really grinding off stream for much else for quite some time, probably. I probably could, but I don't really need to super worry about it. Plus, we got more seminars that we can start doing, so we got a lot we can do. We actually got a whole lot that we can do now. Off stream, I will do the certificate. So let me just say what I'm doing off stream before then. Off stream, I'm going to be doing the certifications for all the characters for today and also for the 31st, because the 31st will also have certifications too. So that will happen then. Otherwise, that's going to be it for the stream for today. Will there be a stream tonight? Tell you what, if I get back home at a good time tonight, we might do Genshin Impact stream. Otherwise, I'm just going to probably go straight to sleep, and we'll do some more Fire Emblem tomorrow once things happen. So that being said, I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed Fire Emblem Three Houses today. Of course, if you're new, feel free to follow. We do try to stream every single day. Other than that, have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. Of course, my name's Katafi. I'll see you guys next time for some more Ready Gaming. See you guys later. Peace. Bye, everybody.